minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Leak better take off.
That's not my go-to, but no, when you say stomach, no, I forget that tree.
Leak better take off.
Y'all know what time it is tonight. What's going on, Melody? I hear you over there, girl.
Going on. I'm so excited as usual about our bonus execution.
All day. You know, I was looking forward to this for a minute.
Yeah, every 2 weeks I'm always looking forward to it. Unfortunately, we're still waiting for some people to show up. But hey,
right.
we ain't gonna do this no more. We gonna start. We got
right. Yeah, we kept y'all waiting long enough, so we said, forget it, man. We starting whether we got them or not.
Period. Period.
Period.
Period. Like the young people be. Period.
You already know.
But yeah, we're gonna get this popping.
Off rip. Shoot, let me see in the chat one good time showing that cheers clink clink hashtag, man. I gotta see it. I ain't seen it in a minute, man. I gotta see it right now.
We gotta see that because we told y'all what it was. We need all of y'all to say cheers clink clink in the chat. If you don't have wine, if you don't have beer, if you don't have liquor, I need y'all to at least pretend to share a glass of water or soda and say hashtag cheers clink clink.
Off rip.
We see you, Classy. We waiting for you.
Yeah. What's going on? I see you down there. Yeah, you supposed to be here, bruh.
Right. I sent you the link already. So when you get a chance, please come up. We're trying to have our panel full as usual.
Up rip. And plus, just like the homie Ray Hama said, man, share the stream, yo.
Please share it, like it, and if you're brand new, hit the bell and subscribe.
Exactly. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, which is Killer Swag 216, and make sure you subscribe to Sweet Melody Media if you watching it over there and you ain't subscribed yet. Subscribe to each and every one of those channels, and then on top of that, subscribe to every single one of the panelists that's gonna be on this show tonight, man. Because you know we gotta show them some love too. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I need all of the mods in the chat, whether you're in my chat room or you're in Killer Swag's chat room. I need you to. Is there an echo, guys? Am I tripping? I think I hear an echo. So if everybody can mute out while I talk.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I need all of y'all, all the mods, because I didn't make y'all mods for nothing. Me and Swag made y'all mods so y'all can help us mod the chat. So I need everybody right now to drop Game Changers channel. I need y'all to drop Brienne's channel. We need you to drop Aunt T's channel. And we need you to drop Hustler and Muscular's channel. So whenever you guys get ready and whenever you guys get a chance, please drop everybody on our panel's channel. And when we get more people on the panel, I need you guys to drop their channels too. You there, Swag?
Absolutely. You know, I just had to grab my brew out the refrigerator, you know, for the occasion. But yeah, as y'all already could tell, the music has stopped playing. And so y'all should already know what that means if you watched enough of our shows, man. Y'all know what this means.
It's time! For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, there we go, right over here. Got to get everything in order.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so how's everybody feeling tonight on this Sunday evening?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
That's what's up, man. I'm feeling lovely myself. How about you, Brienne, down there? Oh, she probably busy doing you know what, so we ain't gonna go with her. So how you feeling? How you feeling, Melody? How you feeling tonight?
Oh man, I'm feeling great. I am feeling awesome. Especially I have my favorite people on the panel right now. I'm loving it. I had a great day today. We took my nephew to Garrett Mountain, and his twin cousins came over, so we took them up there. They had a good time. We had a little picnic. I mean, it was amazing. So, yeah, my day went well. We took the dog up there with us. It was awesome.
That's what's up, man. Always great to have a lovely day, man. That's for real.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
thank you,
my
Celine.
see, look at you. Already getting compliments on your outfit.
I appreciate it.
So like everybody that's watching in the chat, how are y'all feeling tonight, man? Put good in the chat if you're feeling real lovely, or just put so if you just ain't feeling that up to it or whatever. But all in all, I hope each and every one of y'all are having a great night tonight and a great day overall, because you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all all are above ground. So enjoy the day that you got it, you know.
Exactly. And
Mm.
mods, I need you guys to. I'm not done with y'all. We need y'all to drop these links. Like I'm dead serious. I'm gonna start calling out names. Angela C. Zero.
Ooh wee.
Who else we have in here? The cynical one,
Well, you
Linda
know Cynical drop.
Anderson. Oh,
Yeah.
Linda don't have a wrench. I'll give you one.
Hmm.
But if you guys have the privilege of having a wrench, Celine, I need you guys all to drop the links of the people on the panel. Show some love, so show some support. That's all we're asking.
That's all we asking, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody up here is having great conversation, and all of them got great inputs to the topics that we have on display for y'all tonight and any other night. So at the end of the day, man, just subscribe to them, get their personal takes on what they be talking about on their channels about. Because I'm telling y'all gonna like a lot of the stuff they say on their channels. So if y'all really love what Killing Them Sweetly do, and y'all really love what Grown and Sexy Conversations do, then you'll love each and every one of these people on this panel. So make sure y'all subscribe to each and every one of them, whoever is on this panel with us tonight. And Maj, like Melody say, whether if it's in my chat or Melody's chat, which is equals our chat, make sure y'all dropping the links to all of these people's channels so that everybody can subscribe. Because at the end of the day, we all building a network over here. So we need each and every one of y'all to show support to each and every one of us up here, not just me or not just Melody.
Exactly. We all a team. This ain't, I mean, Killing Them Sweetly, yes, it's us, but we also have GC on the panel, Aunt T and Brienne. So I need you guys to all show your love, and thank you, Celine. Yeah, guys, so subscribe to Brienne's channel when you get a chance. Celine dropped the link. Let me see if anybody else dropped the link. We got StreamYards, Stream Elements bot dropping a link to Game Changers channel. So make sure you guys subscribe to him.
Of
Um,
course.
I'm just waiting for
Yeah.
everybody else to drop these links.
And plus I know that link is gonna come around periodically, so we can go to this one right here. So if y'all really want to know what's going on with the Killing Them Sweetly bread and Grown and Sexy Conversations, man, make sure y'all hit that Discord, man. That way y'all will never miss nothing. Like y'all will be the first to know even before YouTube know. We'll probably be posting more in there than we do on our community tabs. And plus off rip, you will for sure know when we have a live show coming up, whether if it's my show or whether Melody has a solo show or whenever we do Kill Them Sweetly and Grown and Sexy Conversations. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Oh, what did Classy say? I'm dealing with a tropical storm here in. Oh yeah, y'all do got that Hurricane Hillary down there.
I'm so sorry. Prayers go out to you and everybody around you in Los
Yeah,
Angeles. Our prayers. I hope everybody come out okay.
right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man. My prayers go out to each and every person that's down there that's having to deal with Hurricane Hillary right now. Because I heard it was going down for the past couple of days, but now that I heard it is actually in, the West Coast. Like I said, my prayers go out to each and every one of y'all that has to deal with that, man. Because should nobody have to deal with those type of situations. But as you know, you can't predict the weather, so.
yeah. So our prayers go out to them. Thank you, Celine. Look at Celine following directions, dropping people's channels. We appreciate you, my love.
Oh
She's
yeah, we
always been a
definitely.
supporter as well. Shout out to her, and please subscribe to her channel as well if you haven't already.
Yep. And then we got the homie Hatch Dragon. He dropped Game Changers link right there. So,
Salute to you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
mhm.
Salute. Who else
Salute,
we got
man.
here? Cynical One, of course. Big supporter.
Uh,
Shout out to her. She dropped
mhm.
Aunt T. And
Yeah,
guys,
his
don't just
other
look at
channel.
these links. I need y'all to subscribe to these people. Don't just look at them.
Exactly. Don't just be looking to say, oh, okay, I saw it. Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, y'all did have a hurricane, earthquake down there. That's right. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, my prayers go out to you guys.
Mhm.
For real, for real.
Mhm.
It's always sad to hear things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Like I said, my prayers go out to each and every person that's over there on the West Coast that has to deal with that, yo.
Yeah. Thank you, Linda. Salute to you.
Uh-huh. No, it will not be the last time you follow directions. What you talking about, Zero?
No, you're gonna always follow directions, right?
Don't play, man. Don't play, bruh. Don't play. Do not play.
You're funny. Shout out to you
Yeah,
though,
he's
Zero.
silly.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you for real. And then you got the homie Bronsberg in the chat acting a fool already.
Oh, I look like a doll. Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you.
Yeah, troll gang. That's what he talking about
Troll
right
gang.
there.
But shit, he ain't
Oh,
trolling. He keeping it G.
right. Hey, hey, classy man, check your DMs or something because it should be in there, right, Melody? Then you send it to him.
I sent it to you
Yeah.
in your DMs, my love. So check
Yeah,
that.
check your DMs, man. We trying hard not to drop them in the chat because, like I said, we not trying to make this open panel show, man. So, you know.
Mhm.
And salute to you, Angela, for dropping my channel into the chat, yo. Much appreciation to you for doing that, man, because your boy is trying to hit 200 subs right now. Right now, I got like 158. So I just got just a little bit more to get there, man. And plus, I'm lightweight, kind of salty that I didn't get at least some new subscribers last night off of that damn show I did last night. Because I was like, oh my God, like this, I feel like this was some of my best work, and I'm still at 158. I'm like, y'all gonna make me not stream except for Kill 'em Sweetly and Grown Conversations. Like, come on now, what you doing to me?
No, it was a really good show, and I actually shared it in my on my community tab. So guys, make sure you guys show him love on that stream because it was a really good stream. And y'all know I had a lot to say about Fresh and Fit as well. So we will be talking about that tonight. And I also will be talking about it Monday. I'm gonna probably review his stream from yesterday, Monday. So make sure you guys are there for that. Brienne down there looking lovely. We see you, Brienne. We
Mhm.
see
I
you.
just got back in from a walk, so if you think I'm lovely, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I don't know what it is about you, but every time you old cam, you just be glowing. Like I don't understand it.
It's
No, she's a mother. She's supposed. That's what they do.
She's supposed to glow.
uh,
Shout out to Brienne.
vitamins. Lots of vitamins and a whole like I'm always drinking water because I'm always making milk. So I think it's the water. Drink
Damn
water
it.
in your body.
Yeah, it's probably the water. And like I remember, I asked you before, what's your skin routine? Because you have beautiful skin as well.
It's gonna be up this week. I actually have all the products that I use, and I'm gonna upload that this week. So I'm very consistent, consistent as I can be for a new parent. But yeah, it's a skin routine and it's water. It's very simple.
That's it. Y'all hear that? All y'all gotta do is take care of your skin and drink lots of water. And it
Mhm.
also helps with smelling good too, like hygiene. So you don't sweat. When you sweat, it won't smell as bad if you drink a lot of water. So
It helps with everything.
yes. Hi LSP. I haven't seen you in a long time. Shout out to you. Thanks for coming,
Oh.
light skin privilege. That's my girl right there.
Oh wow, yo. That's what's up, man. Salute to you for coming through.
Salutes. And make sure you guys are sharing our stream. Get us out there to the algorithm. We would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We trying to grow out here, yo. So that's off rip.
Okay, Swag. So what we starting off with? I guess GC's topic. What's your topic, GC?
No, I was going to talk about, per your suggestion, I was going to talk about the Derek Jackson thing that I was talking about earlier.
All right. So go ahead.
Yeah, so apparently he revealed a lot about himself, his situation, what makes him him today, or at least when I reviewed it today. And it's really typical where he talks about the stereotypical absentee father, and it seems like he had to compete for his mother's attention. Like he wanted his mother's attention and validation and stuff, and it seemed like he went the extra mile. Unfortunately, a lot of young black men and boys are in this situation. Here's the rip, and they touched on this in the movie. In the movie Get Out, a lot of women, mothers, are, and when I say mothers, I'm talking about unwived mothers, are still unfulfilled and they're looking for fulfillment from a man. Like okay, here's the thing. And Brianna can back me on this. You shouldn't be a mother and dating. Motherhood is not a good place in your life to where you're comfortable out looking for a mate. You can't do both. You're going to neglect the kids. In fact, as a guy, right, who dates single mothers? I date single mothers. If she's attractive, I will date her. The possibility of me taking the relationship seriously is greatly diminished by the fact that she had a human being yanked out of her vagina. Nevertheless, I do give opportunity. I give equal opportunity to all attractive women. That being said, it's almost always bad, because if you are the type that can, answer a call at 10 o'clock at night, then it means that you are neglectful to your kid. You're the type, and I've dated women like this in the past, who will leave the house while the kid is asleep, unbabysat and all that stuff. Yes, that makes you a terrible mother, but it might make you a decent lover. Now, on the flip side, if you can't do that, then you're not an adequate lover. So you have to choose. And unfortunately, it seems as if Derek Jackson's mom chose to be a terrible mom, and not giving Derek Jackson the attention that he wants and every child needs. So it seems like this over pandering and things like that is a need to make up for that. He told a story about how his mom used to read to him, and she used to call him Mr. C, and Mr. C was his childhood name, or Mr. B, which was his childhood name, Bud. So the mother called him Mr. B and read to him, read Cat in the Hat and all that good stuff, And then when Mr. BBC came in, it was a whole different story. It was a whole different story. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh wow. Guess he had an important call to take.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, until he gets back, what y'all got to say about what he said so far?
So that's how that's how that played out. That is what made Derek Jackson who he is. Neglectful parents that decided to have children anyway. Now, he blames his father, but really it's his mother. And he had a bunch of sisters that he was raised by. So this whole desire to please women is bullshit. But I'm going to listen to Cloud. I'm going to be back, but I'm going to listen to Cloud for a bit.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you guys say about that, Brianne? What he just said?
So I saw not the whole interview, but I saw clips of the interview. Again, I don't really agree with Game Changer on many points at all. But I guess I do want to hit the point where is pretty much you have to focus on one thing, and everything else is going to kind of fall to the wayside. That's why when I hear women say they want to have, big, lucrative careers and be a mother, which one is going to be your priority? Because one is going to be slightly mediocre. What the other one might be great. So if you want both, one is not going to be as 100%. Because if you're one person and you have just the same hours of the day as all these other celebrities, how are you going to divulge those hours? Is it mostly going to be to work? Is it mostly going to be to your kids? Again, I'm married. I waited to marry before I carried, so I don't have to worry about that. So I can't speak on that part, but I would assume that if I, was in that position, I would just wait till the children are old enough to take care of themselves. Trying to date with small children, nothing about that sounds easy or feasible. Again, I don't know about that life. It just, right now, I'm so busy all the time. I can't imagine putting extra energy and time and effort to something else that's not already my established family. So at that point, you're getting to know somebody or going on dates. Where do you find the time? And then sleep and then feed yourself. I just don't see it happening.
Agree. I mean, what about you, Auntie? Are you there? Are you back?
Yeah, because I mean, dude been gone
Auntie,
for.
you've been gone for a minute.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can give my
I'm
little
here.
take on it. Oh, okay.
What's the question?
We were talking about the Derek Jackson situation.
Hold up. My bad, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, as far as he's concerned, shout out to him for growing some stones and getting rid of that chick. I believe she was extremely controlling. I believe he couldn't stand her. And hey, he's finally rid of her. Is it his fault that is over? Is he a lying, pandering, piece of protoplasm shit? Yeah. Yeah, he's pure trash. But if we knew that, I'm pretty sure all the dudes up here, Killer Swag knew, you know what I'm saying? Game Changer knew. Pretty sure even Melody knew. I'm even gonna give Brienne credit for knowing. Straight up. No disrespect to Brienne, but I'm pretty sure she did. He was saying some stuff that was pretty cool for the ladies. But for the most part, hey, he was full of it. So his wife, how does his wife not know? If we know that just by looking at his videos, I'm pretty sure somebody's supposed to go to sleep next to him, wake up next to him, then had his kids, claim they love him. They knew too, but they still let him keep doing it. So, that is what it is. People ask me, why didn't he just leave her? I'm like, he didn't have to. It's just like a job. If you don't like your job, you're not going to show up on time. You might even no call, no show. You might get another job while you're there. You're going to curse out your boss. You're going to treat everybody with disrespect because you don't care about it. You don't like it. And if they're still going to pay you anyway, why quit? So I believe that's how he felt. Like, then, well, I ain't got to leave her because I can do whatever I want. She ain't going nowhere. So I don't agree with it. But, hey, a lying sack of shit asshole like Derek Jackson, why wouldn't you expect him to do something like that to a woman? I ain't surprised.
Me neither.
I'm not surprised either. I don't think anybody is.
Nah, not with his reputation. I was never surprised by that.
I ain't surprised at all.
He's a piece
I'm
of
just surprised. I'm just surprised it took this long of it to come out. But no, I ain't surprised about the whole situation.
I'm surprised that so many black women follow him.
I'm not.
Even though he's a piece of crap. Okay, go ahead, Classy. What you got to say about it?
I'm just agreeing with what I'm surprised that you're surprised that a lot of black women are following him. What basically got him by, in my opinion, with a lot of black women was of how he is. He's the typical guy that they love, the 6-foot guy, muscle-bound dude, 6-pack, which allowed him to get away with a lot of nonsense that he spewed. If he was something like me, 5'10", ugly, he probably wouldn't have been able to get away with a lot of stuff that he got away with. But
I agree. So you're saying if he was a shorter guy, because you are handsome. I don't know what you mean by somebody like me. Because I'm looking at you and you're a doctor. You're one of the guys in the top, what is it? The top 10?
But I mean, like I said, it was.
No, I get what he means. I get what Classy means. I mean, not to say, oh, my bad.
No. Go ahead, Game Changer.
No. See, Derek Jackson is what I call an off-shirt nigga. And an off-shirt nigga is a dude that walks around comfortably, through Sparta with his shirt off and shit. Like, however, people like myself wear wife beaters, at best. Comfortable showing off the arms, but the love handles and stuff, we keep the wife beater for that. Derek Jackson is an off-shirt nigga, and they have certain rights and liberties that we t-shirt people don't,
T-shirt,
and white beater people.
T-shirt people. GC, you funny.
All right,
I
you
think
was
I think honestly, I'm sorry to interrupt, Killer Swag.
no, I was just about to ask you what you was doing.
I was just about to say one thing. I think the women fell in love with more of the image of him than the actual message. That's why they got dumbfounded by him. Because I think most of the men knew he was full of crap since day one. But hey, it helped him out. He got what he wanted. He's a smart dude and he was able to pull it off. So I'm not mad at him. It worked.
Mm-hmm. It
Yes.
definitely worked.
He's a very smart guy. I mean, he knew exactly what he was doing. You know, he was getting a lot of money off of black modern women. You know what I mean? So
He's going to continue to get more. Now
Agreed.
he's available, so I don't see how that's going to hurt him.
It's not.
If they liked him
gonna hurt
before,
him.
why would they like him less now that he's, you know what I'm saying, he's not with his wife no more?
It
Shoot, they
plays
were still
into their
going
fantasy.
after him even when he had somebody. So
It plays into their fantasy. You know, now that he's available, the possibility is still there, and it entices them more. You know, like who just like didn't want to hear Rihanna after she started getting pregnant and stuff. Like it's like, even though it wasn't likely, still the possibility that she wasn't taken was still a thrill to us men. But damn it, hold on.
And also, not to mention, Obsidian said he did actually go to one of his seminars, and there were a lot of ladies there. He said he went there with his lady friend to observe Derek Jackson, and he saw it for himself. He said the women were more sexually appealing to him than the message itself. So just in case, just think about it. Even him being divorced, what if he has another seminar? He might double or quadruple his audience. Now that
There's
he's
no
seen
what
it.
if. I mean, he will. He gets paid a lot of money for his public speaking engagement, so I don't see. I
Right.
mean, that's part of the business.
Mhm. Agreed.
That's a matter of time. But I mean, that's pretty much how he's probably gotten what he wanted for a long time. He pretty much just tell women what it is they want to hear. You know? And wow, this guy's perfect. I didn't know a dude like this existed. Wow. You know?
And what it's the same reason why Dr. Umar tries it, but don't nobody want to look at him and picture him quote unquote naked. So
Well, no, I mean, he does it in other ways. Yeah, he does it in other ways.
true.
You know, he sells those women the father that they didn't have and that their sons usually don't have. So they donate to him and his school and his vision for what the community should be.
Yeah, the school that ain't been built yet.
Support a message more than anything, like with Umar. I think that basically what Umar is selling to them is a simp academy where young men go in and simps come out. So they're willing to support that so they can have like a new generation of stepfathers and simps. I think that's what they're really.
I mean, they understand that the single mother is the target demographic. You know what I'm saying, for the Hotep community. You know what I'm saying, like that pretty
And
much
the
is
Christian
what it
one,
is.
yeah.
Because it's almost like shit. I mean, it's not as bad as the Princella whole logic and everything, but it pretty much tells them, look, none of this shit that you went through is your fault. All right, it's the fact that the community's been broken down. We're all victims of white supremacy. Okay, that's why there are no good men. All right, they're all in jail, or they're just bad because they've been indoctrinated by white supremacy. So when we fix the community, we'll get you the man that you need. We'll get your son the man, the father that he needs, and all you have to do is support my cause right now. So that's it. You know, buy my book. You know.
Yeah.
kind of broke it down. Yeah.
Man, I don't even want to talk about Dr. Umar, man. He get on my last damn nerves, man. Like,
I agree. Hey, Classy, what is that chair made out of?
Well, I've never really put in too much thought into it. Game changer.
Was it velvet? Like, is it like?
No, it's not
I
velvet.
can't.
No, it's not velvet.
What do it feel like? That look. Hey, am I the only one tripping? But that's a very nice looking chair.
I mean, thank you, but I mean, it's just leather. That's all it is.
Okay.
I wouldn't even pay
Well,
attention
I
to the
mean,
chair till
mine's
you
is
said
made
something
from
about.
some type of black, like plastic stuff that's peeling off. Like, so that's I was just curious. Like, that's a real nice chair.
Thank you.
You laughing? I'm giving a compliment. That's a nice chair.
I just got thrown off by the question. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
Yeah.
No
Are we
problem.
still on the Derek Jackson topic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I said
Even his wife? No. It's all good because I don't want to pivot too far away from it because I damn sure want to mention the wife. I'm not gonna say that somebody deserves what they get like that because you know what I'm saying if the dude took vows, in front of an officiant, you know what I'm saying, a minister, whatever, you're supposed to uphold, you know what I'm saying, adhere to your vows. But at the same time, I believe his wife just really didn't give a damn what that man wanted. They said he even showed his wife video of him with other chicks, all of that. The man done been caught. Hey, if we know about him cheating X amount of times, I'm pretty sure his wife caught him cheating probably at least twice as many times as we know about. You know what I'm saying? She done seen it. She knows. So she didn't care that he wanted to be with other women. She didn't care that he didn't want to be in a monogamous relationship with her. She saw this big Teddy Graham dude and was like, hey, I want him. I don't give a damn what he wants. It matters what I want. That's it. I want my Ferrari. I want my mansion. I want my man. I want it to look a certain way. I want this whole image. And I don't care if he wants to be with other chicks and do everything else. That's it. I want this marriage no matter what. So, hey, I urge every single dude, look, if you end up with a chick, because we all make mistakes, and she seems to just not give a damn what you want, like straight up, you miserable with her every damn day to the point where you feel like you got to be with somebody else. It's not that you got a problem with being with a woman. It's because you got a problem with being with this woman. That's why the hell you got to keep getting away from her. And she don't care. She's like, whatever. Hey, so what, you miserable? I'm happy in this. So that's all that matters. Get the hell away from her. That's why I don't knock Derek Jackson for getting away from that woman. But I'm going to have the same damn energy for them women too. You got a dude that's doing the same thing. He ain't paying attention to what you want or anything else. Hey, life is too short. Get the hell away from that dude. Go get you a new dude if you want to. I ain't mad at you. I know a lot of these other dudes will shame you for it. I ain't mad at you. Stay alone. Work on yourself if that's what you want to do. If you think somebody else will treat you better and you a whole person, this person was the mistake, hey, replace them. And if they don't want to respect that, live your life like they ain't even there. Like I said, if your job's still going to pay you, when you don't show up and you disrespect, hey, whatever, take the money.
I honestly think that he was way out of her league, like when she met him, and that's why she stayed. You know what I mean? Like now she leveled up. She's pretty now. She takes care of herself. But like before, with her and those bonnets on, and she was kind of overweight, he was way out of her league. So that's why she stayed around.
Well, not to mention, she also made a comment. I remember in one of her interviews that she was actually in the room while he was having sexual intercourse with some of those women also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody got music playing in the background.
I'm sorry, that's me. I was dabbling in a little Madden 24. I was bored, so I'm sorry.
Oh,
I think she's pretty now, Mel. I mean, come on, y'all, Madara. Y'all don't think she's pretty?
I mean, we saw the wedding pictures. I don't think she was a bad looking woman. I think that was all orchestrated that she came up there on that original interview with both of them, not all dolled up. Like coming out there with a bonnet, no bra on, you know what I'm saying? Fatigues, a sweatshirt. Like if you're not already pregnant, like right now, you know what I'm saying? And you just ain't feeling it, or you're trying to cover up something. There was no reason to come on no damn public platform looking like that unless you planned on, you know what I'm saying, getting a certain reaction out of people with that. So I think that was orchestrated, her coming out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like to mention the hustle she was trying to pull. I'm sure he was behind that as well. The whole that you can get seminars on a broken heart, a broken marriage for like, what was it, $7,000 or something, or $700 for a course or something like that. I was like, wow, way to heal, huh?
Yeah, that's the way for her to heal right there. Take all your money and then tell you a bunch of BS that Derek Jackson probably fed in her ear.
There's a part of me that think that I don't know if she's making the type of money that Derek is making, but there's a part of me that think there are some women that took that course.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Nah, yeah, $49.97.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right. I think I get
That's what it was.
Price. Yeah, somewhere about $5,000, close to $5,000. Yeah.
Sure. Either way, that's enough. That's too much for somebody that she ain't even necessarily healed herself, but she want to try to heal other women. Okay.
But think about it though. That was only for 1 hour.
Still though, like that's even more ridiculous for just an hour.
Yeah.
So basically, you would have to pay what 10 G's for what 2 hours, and then you got to pay what the other man. Shoot. When it come away with, like, let's say if you got to do 4 or 5 hours with this chick, you literally got to pay at least what about 25 to 30 stacks.
Mm-hmm.
Man, shoot, that's highway robbery.
I mean, hey, what can you say? She learned from her husband, so.
Well, I mean, like I said, man, he probably put her up on game anyway. Because I mean, who's to say, man? Because all of a sudden she became somebody that didn't even know how to talk when she first came out with the bonnet. Now when she's doing a podcast, she's so well spoken. She's able to articulate her words, and she's able to really like dissect everything. But like I said, when she was with Derek, she just all I know is I praise Jesus.
Believe it or not, Swag. I believe that she wrote. I believe that she orchestrated or doctored up, wrote all of his content anyway. 90% of it. I don't think that was from his own brain. I believe it was from hers.
He had a lot of women. He had a lot of women talking points when you listen to his individual videos.
Yeah. But I mean, just like he said in that interview, all he ever did was just look at things from a woman's perspective, especially since he was growing up. So he didn't know no other perspective but of a woman's.
Yep. He made that abundantly clear.
Mm-hmm. Because
so he never knew what it was. He never disingenuine to look at it from a man's perspective. Who the hell says that? Seriously. Look at it from both sides, men and women. Ain't no one side perfect.
But I mean,
me and Chantel spoke on this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Husky Mercy. Go ahead. I interrupted you. I apologize.
I was just saying, he grew up in a single parent household with just his mother and sisters. That's all he gravitated to. That's all he knew. What women thought, what women wanted, what women believed. Never knew what men wanted because he was never given a man's perspective. I'm not even sure if he had a father around. Whether he was in and out of his life, I don't know. But it's safe to say his father did not have enough involvement. Otherwise, he wouldn't be he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. And I probably wants to believe that Derek Jackson knows what the hell he be doing. He know he just saw these females a bunch of fantasies. He knows he's selling them a bunch of lies. He know what the hell he doing. He just trying to make a quick profit off of it. So I can't brush it off as him being just 100% ignorant of how female nature is, how nature is in general. He knows what the hell he be doing. He knows what he doing. Same thing with his wife Denia. She know what the hell she doing with that old healing school, whatever she had going on. These are just two toxic people that need to just leave each. They're like two toxic ticking time bombs. Say that 3 times fast. They're just ready to explode. 2 toxic ticking time bombs. Say that 5 times fast. My mic is muted. Carry on.
I do want to give the brother credit, though. I mean, if he wants to reinvent himself again, he really can do that. He can make like books about being a single man, a bachelor, or he can make videotapes about working out. The brother's in shape, so he got other options. And those women will just pay just to see him work out.
Fair
knows how to
point.
he knows how to reinvent himself, so I'll give him credit for that.
I mean, the fact that he always was sitting in his car, his truck, would always rocking them V-neck shirts, showing off the delts and the traps of his, upper body and stuff like that. That already let women know, like, oh my God, he just looks so delicious. If he had any type of workout regimen, I would follow him to the end of the earth. But knowing damn well you ain't about to be doing nothing but just be fawning over him, wanting him, and like, man, he sold all of them a bill of goods, man. Like, I mean,
And get this. And get this. This is the same guy that was telling these men to date overweight women, date single mothers, but then you look at his wife, well, ex-wife, and she's none of these things. So what the hell are you selling people on, man? Seriously, what are you selling people on?
And when he was cheating, he was messing with a BBL chick.
Oh, the doctor in Georgia. Yeah.
Yes, a girl with a BBL.
Yeah.
yo,
I know
Looking like
her.
an IG thought. Okay, so
that's what he wanted the whole time.
yeah.
That's what every man wants the whole time. Let's be honest. We all want a nice buttocks.
Buttocks.
And well, that's the I talk like that when Classy's around. But
I
yeah.
know, but I get what you're saying. I'm just laughing at just the words.
Because he's a doctor, so you have to talk like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, we do, and if given the opportunity, then that's he was given the opportunity.
Man, I wish Leo was here because he know a thing or two about messing with BBL
He
chicks.
said he's coming.
Is he a BBL lover?
Well, he said when he was messing with it, he wasn't necessarily a fan.
Who knows?
Well, I remember one time.
I wouldn't know a BBL chick if I bumped into one.
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't know a BBL chick if a little plastic ass was jiggling in the streets. I wouldn't be able to tell.
That's
Now,
not
Classy,
good.
you could probably tell because you're a doctor. Your
about
your
that.
experience, you could probably before I could. What'd you say, Melanie? I'm sorry. Go.
Difference. I said I wouldn't brag about that. Like, you need to know the difference between natural and BBL.
Who said anything about bragging?
Okay, I know.
You
but-
said anything about bragging? I just said I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to tell at first. I wouldn't. It's gonna fool me the first time around.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, most men don't really care where it comes from. They'll still talk to the chick as long as it looks decent. I mean,
Those were true.
for a person
very
that
true.
actually works in the hospital and I see how it's done, I can tell the difference between if it's real or fake.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Hey,
We I mean, I'm
if
not
I
gonna say we
feel on it,
entirely
I can
don't
tell
care.
the difference.
I'm
Oh,
not
say
saying
that
we
again, ATL.
entirely don't care.
If I
but-
feel on it, I can tell the difference. I know the difference between a
Well, yeah.
soft, round, real ass. It don't even have to be round, but I know the difference between what a real ass feel like and what an ass underneath an ass, like a shell of an ass on top of an ass feels like,
Well,
or
look,
just like some shots of silicone or collagen or whatever the hell that is they put in there. Like they don't feel the same. They don't feel.
I agree with the feeling part. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the visual, like.
Oh yeah, no, I'll agree with you. Yeah,
I can see that.
some doctors can work miracles, but yeah.
I mean, look at Dre and Michelle. Look at her body. You can't tell she has a BBL. Look at it.
Yeah, I got to give the doctor, whoever did her body, did a great job. I'll give her that because Dre Michelle is built perfectly.
She's a gorgeous woman.
And on top of that, when you get that stuff done, the
You want to throw
doctor
me on the
tells
big
you-
screen, Melody?
Throw you on a big screen?
Yeah, big screen, real quick.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I got you.
What am I looking at? Oh God!
That's
oh, my
funny.
God.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I'm so done with you.
Where do y'all come up with this stuff?
Oh my God, yo.
That looks like hard.
I had the thumbnail for a while. I never did the stream though. I kept pushing it back and just never did it. I should do it. I've had it for like months.
That is funny.
That man.
That's classic right there.
That's funny.
Crazy thing is, I can actually see him do using something like that too. That's the crazy part.
Mhm.
Bro, it was just, bro, what's in the circle? Notice she's selling it for $40. It's got a $49.97 price tag on it.
Yeah, I noticed it.
I'm done.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. But I'm pretty sure somebody bought that course, man.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know I'm not the only one. We used to have to. I know Game Changer. Remember, yo, you used to have to circle your answer in school.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember that, bro.
Yeah, you got to circle your answer.
Yep, I remember those days.
That's it.
Yeah, I definitely
One more
remember
time,
that.
make screen melody. That's the circle. All of that just equals that. It equals you sitting there looking crazy as hell with your wife in a bonnet, okay, and no damn bra.
Not a bonnet.
The answer. Special offer. $49.97. I will teach you how to have this. Doesn't he look happy, y'all?
Yeah.
Don't they just look so happy?
Oh my god. And then it'll make it so crazy. You got the picture of the wedding photo in the mirror and stuff.
Damn right.
Oh my god.
She got too comfortable. That's the thing. That's why he started cheating. Because once a woman gets comfortable and let herself go and start wearing bonnets and PJs and not caring about what she looked like, a man is gonna be like, oh heck no, I can do so much better, and move on. I mean, do you agree?
But here's the thing.
Yes,
but here's the thing.
I would agree
A
that
man.
a dude may use that as an excuse to step out, but this dude was stepping out on her anyway. Like, he obviously spends his time in the gym, clearly spends his time in the gym. So if he was really that invested in that chick, he would be trying to take her to the gym too. Nah, he was trying to get the hell away from her and go on them solo trips to the gym. He wasn't trying to be around this chick. So I just believe he just didn't want to be with her. At least not in a monogamous relationship. Y'all go ahead, though.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if a dude really took his stuff, his fitness and stuff seriously, like Auntie said, he would have for sure made sure that, his wife would have been a part of that and go to the gym with him or something like that. Or even he could have had like a little gym built in his basement or had a workout room somewhere and they could have trained in there if she didn't want to go in the gym. But the fact that she didn't want to do any of that, that was already his opportunity. And plus, he always was running into a lot of tail at the gym too. Probably was eyeing them, looking them up and down, and he was looking them up and down as well. I mean, the temptation was just so much. And them girls with them leggings always bending over, doing all that stuff, like
thirst trapping.
Females with the leggings, Jesus.
Like, I'm just saying, like, okay, so
I
if you
see
ever,
it all
like,
the time.
if you ever deal with them old white dudes and shit, like, you'll hear somebody may ask them a question like, why don't you bring your wife or something? And they'll tell you straight up, like, what? I came here to get the hell away from her ass. I ain't trying to bring, like, what are you talking about? Like, on that Al Bundy shit. Like, they really live like that. I believe that's how Derek Jackson was with his wife. He was trying to get the hell away from her, man.
No ma'am land.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, he was the same guy telling men to take women as they are, even after his wife let herself go for whatever reason.
Well, that's easy to say when you don't have to choose. Like, I'm just saying, Derek Jackson he didn't have to choose. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have to choose. Like, ladies, y'all know that if you got the choice between the red shoes or the blue shoes, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have to choose, you're taking both pairs. Hell, and if they're gonna give you, and if you can get a third, you can get the taupe. You can get the taupe too. Hey, you're gonna get those too. So that's the way Derek Jackson was. Like, why choose? I don't have to. I can have it all.
That's true.
And I'm surprised nobody held him accountable for cheating.
And women need to understand that. Like, look, I get it. We do kind of shame y'all sometimes. I mean, just men in general, they'll shame y'all for being single and shit because they know it gets to y'all. Because when y'all are single, y'all can be lonely. A single man is rarely lonely.
Granted.
Rarely lonely. A single man don't have a single woman's issue.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
True. Real talk.
But, I mean, can we all acknowledge that, what's her name? Janaea? What's her name?
Danaea.
Danaea. She looks a lot better now that, she's done with the relationship. I feel like she looks so much better. Do you guys think she was getting comfortable in that relationship because they've been together for so long, they got kids, So she didn't care anymore. She just was out there with bonnets on. And now that she's single and back on the market, now she's trying to look better for new guys. What do you think about that? Or
I mean, that definitely plays a role.
Played a
That definitely
role,
plays
yeah.
a role in it because, you know, she got to sell herself for the highest bidder now. Because for years, she always had Derek Jackson to fall on, you know what I'm saying? And she got too complacent. So once that happened and, you know, Derek, he found other women that's willing to throw the panties at him and stuff like that. He was like, man, what do I need to be faithful to you for? I'm getting booty left and right. And plus, I mean, let's just be honest. You ain't really going nowhere like that. So
Thank you, bro.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying. Talk about it.
And plus, I look like Jax from Mortal Kombat.
And then if you leave, I ain't even that mad about it.
right,
I kind of been hoping you go.
right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
'cause
saying? Like,
you-
I was kind of hoping she left. So
Yeah, because you don't see him going on like an apology tour, like, baby, I'm sorry that I hurt you so much. Like, I wish I could take everything back that I ever did. You ain't never heard him say none of that at all, man. So he basically out here living his best life.
Shoot, he got 1 million of women on his tail. He ain't got to apologize for nothing.
He had 1 million on his tail even when he had that ring on his finger, so that didn't change nothing.
And he probably
Once that
got-
ring came off,
He probably
once that
got
ring,
triple.
yeah, once that,
women believe that they can change this
And
man.
you know what?
They talk themselves into believing he'll be faithful.
Exactly.
He just wasn't faithful to her. She ain't know how to appreciate that man. He just had a large appetite. I could tame him. I could feed him. Yeah, there's a bunch of women that talk themselves into believing that he'll straighten up. She talked herself into believing he would straighten up for her. Hell no. Tiger don't change his stripes.
right.
Yeah, I probably would feel some
A
type of
leopard
way.
don't change his stripes either.
You heard me? I would feel some type of way if I was him. Cause I'd be like, well, damn, why you ain't look this good for me when we was in a relationship all these years?
He not
Like
thinking
now all
about
of a
that.
sudden, now
He
that we
ain't think about
want to
that.
go out here looking sexy,
He ain't
you
think
know,
about that.
like I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Besides, if he really wanted some more Danae's bun, she would give it up to him.
Mhm.
Let's just be honest.
Yep.
Even if she don't want to take him back as a husband, she would give him the buns back.
Yeah, because the bums, they are spiritually connected because they have children. The buns will always be available.
Man, he don't want that, man. She was in the way. That's why he went. That's why he moved out. She was in
Yeah.
the way. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, them chicks got mad at me on my panel when I said, I'm like, bro, he ain't want to be with the chick no more, man.
No, he didn't. And plus, let's not forget, every time when she was all on Instagram Live, she be all speaking in tongues and stuff, talking about, thank you, Jesus. Those spirits and stuff. I'm like, man, he probably planning his escape right now as we speak.
I thought she was speaking German, like choking on her own loogies.
Whatever she was speaking, it wasn't English, but she said that she was speaking in the Holy Spirit.
Damn. Yeah, it's a crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if she turned into one of the most psychotic priests that go around deleting everybody for being sinners.
With holy water.
Nah, she'll charge him $49.97 first. I promise you that.
Exactly. She got to get that money's worth first. She ain't gonna do nothing without that.
Like that movie, The Old Man or Children of the Corn or something mess like that.
He who walks.
I'll
you
be
say,
honest,
yeah.
man, that's what made me probably about 99% sure that she's been writing his content when the first thing that she does is she starts selling courses. I think she believed that, hey, I can sell this stuff myself. I'm letting him sell it. Yeah, he does the packaging, but hey, I can sell this stuff myself. Somebody will buy it. Everybody, the same amount of people might not buy it from me as they bought from him. But hey, I can sell so I can make a damn living. I just jack up the price.
I mean, but then again, like you touching on something right there that was a very good point. But the reason why I think that it probably will be successful because she also has a feel bad story behind it. Like, my husband cheated on me and left me devastated, but now I'm fighting through it to overcome the adversity of being divorced by this man who was being ogled by so many women. So, and plus a lot of women, they sympathize for that, even though they still want to bang Derek. They looking at like, there you go, my sister. sister, you be strong. We gonna be there and we gonna help you and we gonna guide you and we want to learn from you because you went through that and you still remain strong through the eyes of the Lord. Hallelujah.
But
Hey,
behind closed doors.
now y'all can disagree with me if you want to. You do know that, like, if you ask most single women to describe their ideal man, they will describe either their gay best friend or their gay friend, or they will describe somebody else's man, like somebody they know close to them, their homegirl, their sister, their cousin, auntie, whatever. They'll describe his man. So that just tells you one thing: women are either attracted. Most women are either attracted or not attracted, but they want a man that isn't even a straight man, or they want some other chick's man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said,
Or their ex man.
Yeah.
I can transform.
I've been in that situation.
Or just
I've
like
been
you
in that
said,
situation.
they'll tell you
6
that
months
too.
after. Let me tell you something. 6 months after me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, guess what? Her best friend hit me up. We linked up, did a little something, and now it's been 12 years and we still been messing around. So it happens. Believe me. I'm guilty.
Crazy. So you're guilty.
Mm-hmm.
What did he do?
Yes.
Now he just said he messed around with the friend, though.
I wouldn't.
Her best friend stepped to me 6 months after me and my ex broke up, and now we've been dealing with each other for well over a decade now. So it's been I'm trying to put a friends with benefits, no strings attached relationship. So when
I mean, at least you waited some time before you start just step to the friend, though. It's not like you went right in a week later after the breakup.
Nah, hey, if you asked him to go back and explain how the breakup went, I'm pretty sure there's something in there where her friend probably talked her into, you know what I'm saying, split.
That's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes, man. Like they always try to.
That's the sisterhood for you.
You really think she gonna tell you hustler or muscular?
You right, Hatch
It had nothing to do with that.
You really think she gonna tell you that wasn't the case?
I know what happened. Now, granted, did she have plans to get at me before we even got together? Well, maybe. How you gonna get at somebody ex-lover 6 months after they done broke up with that person? So maybe it was coming. I don't know.
Bro, muscular. I'm gonna tell you this much too. That also come from your girl talking too damn much.
Yep. Telling too many intricate details.
You know, she
I've heard that before.
See,
gassing you up to the friend, man.
Melody know better. She like, that's why I don't even keep women friends around like that. Y'all don't even need to see the look on my face in the morning or talk to me in the middle of none of that. Y'all don't even need to know none of that stuff I'm doing. Because she know how these women get down. That's the sisterhood for you. It's a bunch of chicks around trying to. It's all a sisterhood until one of y'all get a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Exactly. That's my point. That's my biggest pet peeve with these marriages and relationships. That's the thing about marriages and relationships. What do you do about your girlfriends or your platonic male friend? You got to cut them all off. Because I was always told when you're in a relationship, you got to set boundaries and set limitations to as far as who can come around and who can't come around. Like if Melanie get married, for example, I'm pretty sure Killer Swag may still come around, but the rest of us not so much. It probably wouldn't work like that. So you got to set boundaries.
I'm gonna still rock with Melody. Her husband may not like it very much, but he'll just have to get over it. I'm gonna still rock with Melody.
Yeah, and I'm gonna still rock with y'all too. Like he'll be all right.
You sure about that?
He'll trust me. He'll trust me.
Okay, let me ask young Brienne. Brienne, if you can hear us, do you still keep in touch with some of your friends from way back when, despite being married? Yes, no, maybe.
I never had many friends to begin with, but the answer is no. I don't. Shortly after getting married, I guess me and my husband had like mutual friends, and we invited them to the wedding. No one showed up. None of our friends showed up.
Nobody showed up?
Why?
No, none of the friends. Like, we thought we had mutual friends, and we asked them to show up to the wedding, and they didn't show up. Like our friends from high school, people we met at our jobs, even our bankers that we became really cool with when we were living on the east side of the country, didn't show up, and that was kind of our answer. It's like, okay, maybe we're not mutual friends anymore. So, yeah,
they're not real friends. They're not real friends.
No, I'm like, who doesn't show up to you? How many times?
Damn, that's just cold.
No, I mean, how many times they expect you to get married? Like, that's crazy, man. Look, I always, and this is kind of the pivot a little bit, so y'all don't lose the topic, but I just always understood that, look, you're going to get to a certain age where eventually you're going to be going to more funerals than weddings. You know, you're going to be going to more funerals than weddings and more funerals than baby showers too, and stuff like that. So enjoy the weddings while you can. You know what I'm saying? So when you're seeing people get together, eventually, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get older and you're going to start losing people around you. You know, that's just life. So for people to not come to your wedding and call themselves friends, yeah, I'm sorry, Bree.
Yeah, those aren't real friends.
Sorry you had to go through that. Sorry you had to go through that, Bree.
It's funny. I haven't thought about it in a while because July is actually our wedding anniversary. We just hit 5 years. And I remember thinking, like, we have so many great memories. But the fact that, again, our friends, even our mutual friends, the ones we met, you know, when we were kids together, they did not come. And I just remember that feeling of goodness, like looking back at the photos, there are so many people I wanted to be there. Because obviously you plan to get married one time. If you don't come to that, you've missed it. And then even, you know, having a baby now, there's so many people who haven't met her. You know, granted, everybody we know is on the east side of the country, but how can you move that easily with a baby? We were hoping people would come and see us, and I guess we're still waiting. So maybe one day, but right now I realized, especially after our wedding, we have to focus just on our family. And that's, I guess, one of the topics I wanted to talk about. But when it comes to like creating your own family, it's really going to expose a lot of people, like who's really there for you.
Yeah. And especially when you guys had the baby too, like how I can remember when my son was born, it's like everybody we knew in the world showed up to the hospital that day. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody even waited a damn day. Everybody showed up. It's like nobody wanted to miss that. So, you know, those things, I don't know, those moments are just priceless. You never forget that. You know? And it's cool too when kids grow up and they can meet up with family members and friends and they can say, hey, I remember the day you was born. You know what I'm saying? It was right there.
Yeah.
So that's just part of just having a close knit, you know what I'm saying, community.
Brianne.
At work.
You said you had your wedding. You said you had your wedding in July, but at the same time you were born in the month of July. Wow, ain't that something? I'm a July baby too, so welcome to the club.
No, our wedding anniversary, it's my birthday, our wedding anniversary, and then my husband's birthday right after.
Oh, okay. I'm a July baby too, so we're both cancers up in here.
Cancer?
July the 8th, 1984. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm an old man, so don't rub it in. I'm just saying.
They were born days within each other, so we thought to have our wedding right in the middle.
Cool.
Hey, real quick. Oh, what happened?
What?
Real quick. So they're saying I hit Cynical by mistake. I'm so sorry, Cynical. I did not mean to do that. So
Oh, I almost did that before too. The baby was like playing with my phone and almost slapped somebody when I was like in the chat before. So you gotta be careful.
yeah, I'm
Wow.
sorry. Sorry, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I just happened to notice on the chat it's the Cynical one has been hidden by Sweet Melody Meat. I said, what?
I'm sorry.
I'm like, what did she do?
Yeah, Melody, what she ever do to you? What she do to you?
Only Melody could do it.
Okay.
Right?
Sorry, my love.
Only Melody had the power.
I didn't mean that.
I'll sway.
Oh my God. But
We love you, Cynical.
Yeah, we love you over here, girl.
On purpose. But let's get to the second topic, GC. What's your second topic?
Is he even there?
GC, you there? Going once?
Well, I guess I'll pick one. Yeah.
You want to go? Go ahead.
So what now?
No, they said I was
Okay.
I'm
Wait.
I couldn't stay the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, Bria.
Go ahead, Bree. Ladies first.
Oh my goodness. So the two topics, one I wanted to do about family, and then one is going to be more on the grown and sexy side. So in all of these conversations I hear online about families, about how it's just so hard for people to get together and stay together, I personally believe that it is up to the woman to like cultivate the family, to keep the family together. So because I feel like women are so like willing to leave if just one thing isn't perfect. So what is one thing women can do to keep their family together that's not like out of the ordinary? Like you don't have to deal with someone being disrespectful, but you want to keep the family together. How do you do that? Like, what is one main way a woman can keep her family together without running away?
I'll answer first. What happened in a relationship to where she's running away?
You said what happens?
Yeah, like what was the question?
So many examples, like pretty much of finances. Finances is the number one reason why most married couples break up if there's a financial difficulty. So in that instance, what could a woman do to keep her family together?
Yeah. That's a good question. For financial, well, she can get a job, a better job. Like they can look for a better job to keep the family together. Do they have kids or no?
I always like to put in like one kid just because it adds like that extra, motivation to get things together. So if a family is married, because I always like to talk about married families, they're married, they have one kid, and so again, the man loses his job, and it's hard for him to find a job in his field. And I'm still remembering like the sickness that happened a few years ago. So many people lost their jobs, and so many industries just completely eradicated. So in that case, what can the woman do to keep her family together?
Financially, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she can work harder. Like she can see if she can get a better. First of all, they need to look for a better job. Once they find a better job, just try to get more hours. Don't just let your man go. That's the wrong thing to do. I'll let y'all go first because that's a hard one.
Yeah, I was going to say briefly, because I've talked about this before. When one of the people in the family loses the job, it's this initial like fear. So the first thing you need to do, even before the other person gets a new job, you need to downsize. You need to look at that budget. What are your four walls? Like, what is your food, your transportation, your gas, your rent, electricity, things to keep the house together. I think they call it the four walls. So you have to make sure all of that's intact first. Anything extra, eating out, dance classes, whatever, all that stuff is cut immediately until you guys can get it together. So a lot of people don't realize all these extra things they're paying for, you don't need at a bottom line baseline just to keep the lights on. So you focus on that, and then you slowly build back to those those wants you have that make life fun and exciting. So
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do is you just focus on the four walls, and then you focus on each other.
Well, would you agree that most women are selfish? They're like, well, how am I gonna get my nails done every 2 weeks? How am I gonna get my hair done? Like a lot of women are like that.
Yeah, that's the first thing cut. Those extracurricular things you don't need. Like you need food, you need gas to get to your job, or your gas to go get the food. You need your lights on, and you need your rent paid. Everything else is extra. Everything else is cut off that day. The Netflix is gone. The Disney Plus is gone. Getting your nails done. Your hair is canceled. If you order some stuff within the last 30 days, it's getting returned. I mean, we've done that before. Like if some things got purchased in the last 30 days and you can return it, Target has a great return policy. That's where we get a lot of those like new things we're just trying out. We're not sure if we're going to like it. It's getting returned immediately. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, I think a lot of women are very self-centered because their wants and needs, they feel come first. Of course, you treat yourself, but there's a balance between treating yourself and then putting your family in a financial deficit, and you have to figure out which one is which. So yeah, when someone loses their job, why don't you cut off that nail appointment and that hair appointment? That's not priority. put some conditioner in your hair, put it in a low bun, and then figure it out. It's almost crazy. We have to
Exactly.
expect this to grown adults. Like, someone lost their job, you just start thinking logically. Make sure you get some food, of course, but takeout doesn't count.
Yeah, I think logically, like you said, cut back. And also, you start looking hard for a better job. That's what I would do. Like, if I'm in love, if I've been with my husband for years, you don't even have to be in love. You married. I don't want to, I got married. I don't want a divorce, so I'm going to start looking hard for a job to help as well. Because, a lot of times a woman is not working as hard as a man. But even if I do have a job, I might get a second job to help out the family. I won't just
It'd be temporary. So you have to work on the weekends extra, but it's just for a few hours. Maybe the next 30 days you guys go hard with food delivery, driving around some people just for 30 days until you guys get back.
Uber Eats, Uber, DoorDash, Roadie, all of that. Yeah, absolutely.
30 days until you get it together. But the goal is to go so hard for those 30 days, you never have to do that again. And then just when people go through something like that, they realize, oh my God, we do need to get a savings together. We should have been prepared for this just in case. Because a lot of people had that light bulb moment when that sickness happened, but they've already forgotten. So I don't want people to forget that. And the last point is be very careful how you talk to each other. Because when a man especially loses his job, a woman starts to talk to her man differently, starts to see him differently. So you have to try very hard not to do that. Even if it's small, subtle ways. If he's trying to go get gas or get food, it's still the household's money, and you have to treat it that way. But I'll let someone else go.
I'll jump in real quick because I like the way Brienne said, like she threw in the 30 days in there, because that's one of the things that I was going to add. You know what I'm saying? The struggling, selling everything and all of that, it should really be a 30-day plan for you. You really shouldn't have, it should have a floor to it. It shouldn't be, we'll just do this until further notice. You know what I'm saying? You should have a floor. 30 days is legitimate for two people to be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everything will be good in a month, but you should at least have a plan and be well on your way within a month, and you guys have been able to lean on each other. You know what I'm saying? For the first 15 days out of the month, you should be able to put a plan together at that point. But as far as what a woman can do to keep everything together, this is when I get old fashioned. There's really nothing that she can do. Just like she said, a woman's going to look at a man or talk to a man a certain type of way. Like, for the most part, I feel like most women really can't help it. You know what I'm saying? That it's not that y'all lose respect. You just look at him a little bit differently. He goes from kind of being your man to almost looking like your child. You know what I'm saying? You might have to take care of him, even if it's for the next 30 days. Hey, it's different. So it's really up to the man to make sure that she never has that feeling of having to mommy you. So it's very, very important that even if there are extra things that she's got to do, like work some extra hours, pick up a little slack, nothing wrong with that in a marriage, she still doesn't feel as though she has to do it. You know what I'm saying? She feels as though she's really doing nothing more than what she's been doing anyway. She just might be doing it in a different place. Which is keeping, like, she was keeping the family together anyway. Before she was doing it at home, before she was doing it after she got off work, now she got to, you know what I'm saying, get a second job. And you're going to help her out for them times when she got the second job. Everything's fine. Y'all were leaning on each other before, you leaning on each other now. But it's very important that the dude does not lose his shit after, you know what I'm saying, like lose his mind because he lost a job, because the family is going to feed off that energy. You got to keep it together no matter what. Even if, you know what I'm saying, even if it's not quite under control, it is. You're going to figure this out, you know? And just like she said, I mean, I got to pretty much second just about everything Brienne said. I mean, I don't know how much thought she put into it, but she's right on the money. It's very important that y'all lean on each other, because that's the way I feel. Hey, when the issues are finances, it's either you as the man fix it or you and her fix it. But there is no just her fix it. Agreed. Under no circumstances.
Agreed.
You know?
Yeah. And I do believe that's the woman's job. And if you guys disagree, please let me know. But the woman is doing so many things for the family already. I mean, I'm doing doctor's appointments, organizing, doing the pantry. It's just one of those other things women don't think about that's also your job. You got to keep the family together and figure out what's missing. So if the communication isn't good, okay, we need to figure out how to get our communication better. Again, when those financial issues happen, which I think in just about every marriage they do, where you have highs and lows, it is the woman's job to be like, okay, let me look at this as a whole. Let me get my planner out. Let me get a piece of paper and a notebook at a minimum and just see what's really going on in this household. I think there are like 3 different ways we were able to save on our electric bill by just changing our light bulbs. Like there are so many little things or big things you can do as a wife to make your household run smoother and save money. I got some older videos on my channel about how I was budgeting to get us free food when we first got married. We started, like I said, with nothing. So I signed up to all of these mystery shopper things, and I was getting us like free meals. Every time they would come out with a new food product, we would get it for free. I would review it online, and I would get all my money back. Like those are things you have to look up when you have the time as a woman, to keep food on the table, or just to, show your man you're thrifty. Every single time we got a free meal, we would go into the grocery store. I would have a coupon in hand. I would hand the coupon to the cashier, and then we would leave out. And he's like, wait, you don't have to pay anything? I'm like, nope, it's free. And he's like, are you sure? Like, this feels wrong. But this is cool. We're leaving out paying like $0. I think one time we paid 50 cents for a full grocery haul because I had so many coupons lined up. It's so funny when you can do something you're good at and also have your, partner be proud of you. So that's what I realized. I was able to do something I knew how to do, and he was proud. 50 cents for an entire meal, all the trimmings and a drink. It was quite amazing. But it takes time and effort to get to that point.
I actually noticed that with my brother and his wife. She actually does the same thing Brianna's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Imagine having a woman that could do that for you. Like, even if you have a lot of money, I realize regardless, guys just think it's cool when a woman can do something, he's not able to do.
Oh, absolutely. Most definitely.
The talent in some ways.
Yeah, as long as the couponing doesn't become excessive. I've dated a woman that was like that. And I'm not saying excessive. I'm talking about obsessive. Like, she was extreme, obsessive coupon. I couldn't even, it was almost embarrassing going out with this chick. It really was.
Had the coupon.
Yeah. Everything, you know what I'm saying? She's always grabbing the price tag, pulling out the calculator. She got some new coupon, QR code, barcode, or something. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then we got to go back to the house, pick some. Oh, I had this coupon. I left it over there. I got the wrong one. Yeah, don't get me wrong. She used to get stuff, just like she said. She used to get hotel rooms and stuff for $10 for the night. You know what I'm saying? Like hotel suites and shit for $10. I'm like, how the hell you just do that?
That sounds exactly like my brother's wife. Every time they go somewhere, she got a coupon for it, an airline ticket, cheap. She knows how to do it. She is a pro at it. I'm like, how do you do all this?
But I think I'm more casual with it. I do hear what you guys are saying, but I feel like I'm more casual. Like if we're already gonna, go on a trip or something, it might just change the actual hotel we're at. But it's not going to be like crazy. Like we're only eating what's on the coupon. It's like every week I find a really good deal, something that is just worth doing. And my husband doesn't mind. But yeah, if we're already going out, I'm not going to be extra with it. I'm just going to slip the coupon to the cashier. I'm going to do my little rebate when we get home, because there's times I've actually made money buying things because you got to put a bunch of deals together and then do the rebate after, which is money back from something you've already purchased with your receipt. That's a whole separate video. But, being able to keep your family together, we've had to do that. Like I said, when we were I think I was in the process of switching a job and that check didn't come for 3 weeks. We had to do that for 1 good month. And then we were back to what we were doing. So yeah, I always felt like it was my job to keep the family together, because when we're going through a transition, like I said, that check took 3 weeks to come in, and that's what you have to do to keep, food on the table and the bills paid.
I agree with that.
I know what she's talking about. I remember when my ex was pregnant, that was just a rough time. I remember having to get a second job. Like I used to have to get up 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? I would build hurricane shutters in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Hurricane shutters till about 2 p.m. And then I would go work, you know what I'm saying, retail, you know what I'm saying, like a few nights a week, and then work in a call center another few nights a week. Like that was rough. That was killing me. But I didn't want my damn 6-month pregnant, of course, 7, 8, 9-month pregnant woman. You know what I'm saying? Having to do all of this stuff. And she was still in school at the time. You know what I'm saying? She was in college. So you can't work, you know? You can't work. You got things that you're doing.
Right.
So I get it. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
Cynical said being in the line at the supermarket for 10 minutes because the cashier was scanning coupons. No, I've never done that because usually my coupons are like after the fact. But if I do have coupons, it's like 4 max. So it goes by pretty quick. But yeah, that's funny. I don't do, like I said, there's a difference between being extreme and being casual with it. Most people have the ability to be casual, but it still requires looking at the ad, looking, you know, at the coupon, reading all the rules. I mean, that takes 20 minutes.
Takes some time. Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, Leo, you weren't connected in the back. I need you to come back and try to connect again.
And I do have one other topic on the, I guess, more sexy side.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my cousin has sent me a video today about how women can attract a man. I wish I had the video link. Could I send the video link? Or is it
Send it to me.
I'll send the video link because to me he explained it perfectly, and I just want to make sure it was allowed before I sent it. Yeah, she literally just sent me this today, and I was like, I really want to talk about it. Okay, send it to your Instagram, right, Melody?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Send it to that.
Could have sent it to the back chat.
Oh, I have an Android. I don't know how to connect it to this.
Oh, okay. Well, then just send it to our Instagram.
Okay. Okay, I just sent it. So that's the other topic about, I guess, how women present themselves. I'm married, but I'm really curious if this is true. So yeah, I just sent it.
All right, let me hold on, guys. I'm all over the place.
So pretty. I love it. It's pink.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Your outfit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, love. I came down for a second. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Get a swig of this beer real quick.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button on the way in. Whoever's in here, hit the like button, share, and also subscribe to everybody on the panel's channel. We have Auntie. Why aren't the mods dropping the links?
Oh, they dropping the hell.
They're dropping
it.
Crazy.
They're dropping them. They dropping them. I seen Brienne's a few times. I seen Auntie's a few times. And of course, Game Changer, his is dropping and stuff. And everybody dropping links tonight. So
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
All right.
But make sure no matter what y'all do, whether it's right now, matter of fact, stop what y'all are doing and subscribe to Auntie's channel right now. Like, you can still watch the show while you do that. So you ain't gotta X out and do that. You can watch the show still and go over and hit that link right there. Subscribe to him and subscribe to Brienne LaFace. Subscribe to all of us, man. Come on, man. You gotta do it.
For real. Like right now, whoever's in this chat, I need y'all all to subscribe to the people on the
What's
chat.
going on, Positive, man? Salute to you. Oh, man. But yeah, man, like I said, because everybody got some great takes tonight, man, so far. And what Brienne was talking about as far as like what should be going on as far as like when a man loses his job or basically loses sense of stability. Like I think it's always best to like plan ahead. But see, me personally, I can only speak for myself, of course, but I've always been a person, like, even if I am in a comfortable setting, I'm always in a mindset to like prepare for if something was to happen, if, you know, I will always be ready for whatever happens. Like, cause I already lost my job like a few years ago. So I know what that feels like.
Sorry,
it's just lucky.
No, it's all good. I just sent you something on your IG too, Melody. Check it out.
Okay. I'm sorry for like the noise in the background. Give me a second. Go ahead, Swag. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Shit, I done lost my train of damn thought.
Nah, you was talking about the man, and if things were to fall apart financially.
Oh yeah. Because I was also talking about like I was in a similar situation when I had worked a job and I had lost my job a long time ago. Luckily for me, I was never married and I didn't have any kids, so I only had myself to fall back on. But but even as an older guy now, I always got it in my mind to just get out there and work and do what I got to do as a man. So that's why, and plus, I've always been in the mindset like I never want my woman to work. Like if she wants to work to help out, that's fine. But I've always been like I can always shoulder the load because that's how I've always been. I always had uncles and male role models in my life that instilled that in me. So that's just what I was saying. So
I didn't know that about you, Killer Swag. I mean, that's really cool. But you also want a woman that if you were down, like you said, for that 30 days, she would get that job immediately, help out the family, and then go back. You wouldn't want a woman that would be like, well, you can't provide, I'm out, Oh,
no, I can't have nobody that's going to desert me when I'm in my lowest point. But I'm just saying, I'm just the type of person, I can't sit still anyway. So if I do, like, if I sit still for maybe like a day or two, that's the longest I could do is a day or two. Because after that, I got to go do something. I got to go find some type of work to do. I got to do this. I got to do that. But like I said, if my woman wants to get up and work and like try to help me out and stuff like that, I'm not going to like say no. But at the same time, it's not something that I'm going to like push on her. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm downloading those apps quick. I'm going to Uber Eats. I'm downloading that. I'm downloading DoorDash. I'm downloading everything.
Yeah, because you would want a woman like that too. You want her to be like, you know what, you got it, but I'm also gonna help just in case you need a little extra, just in case we need a little bit of something else. So
me personally, I don't know nothing about being married, but I've been homeless twice. So I know.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
What happened?
He knows though. It's like, look, when you're on your own, and Killer Swag will know too, when it's just you, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, you give yourself 6 months, you can pretty much pull yourself out of anything as a man. But when you with somebody, just like Brianne said, look, 30 days should be enough.
Yeah.
Like when you with somebody, both the like if I can't figure it out with you for in like 30 days to 2 months, I don't even see what I'm with you for.
Yeah, there's two people.
We're not better together than apart.
Yeah. Usually the lowest time in a marriage financially, it's like 30 to 60 days and you can get yourself out of it. Some women don't even wait that long. Literally the second day you lost that job, okay, I'm out. I don't even want to go through the struggle with you. And the struggle is, like I said, 30 days of eating rice and beans and some canned peaches. And you can't get through that to have an even better result. Because I do notice when a man is going through anything, he wants to make sure he never gets there again. And at my low point, I mean, you're just paying your normal bills. You're not necessarily having fun. So I do want to make that clarification. There's sometimes we have some rice and beans, but all the bills are paid,
Exactly.
So that's what I mean. Women don't even want to go through that and then have somebody to lay down.
No, they don't.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
no, they don't.
The saddest part about it is they want a man to stay loyal to them no matter what's going on with them. But when we are going through literally the weight of the world on our shoulders, if something were to happen to us, they're quick to bolt and go to the next man that's going to help them out financially. But yet, if we were to do the same thing for them, even if it was just for the minors thing, like you ain't, it's just like every other man. I can't stand you. It's like, man, but if we really going through something, but y'all are cut and run when times get tough, it's like, and plus what women fail to realize is a lot of dudes really pay attention to how they move in these streets.
Yeah.
So if they definitely see you ditching your man that you've been with for however many years or however long y'all been together, but they see that you dipping on her, they'll probably smash you and do whatever. But at the end of the day, they're like, nah, man, because we seen how you did homie over here. When times got hard, what if times get hard for me? You gonna do the same thing you did to him to me? No, I'm good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I actually pushed my girlfriend away when I was homeless. I said, nah, you need to leave.
Well, that made sense. That made sense.
Yeah.
You were busy taking care of things for yourself. That's what a lot of dudes need to do. But that's why Brianne mentioned, she's like, nah, this is like a married couple. Like y'all have vowed to each other, you know what I'm saying, for better, for worse. So this is that situation. Y'all are gonna keep it together. But as far as the whole girlfriend thing, I'm like, yo, if that were to ever happen to me, which I should be all right, because I'm to that point in my life where there's always, I got contingency plans for contingency plans for contingency plans. Like I'm always planning on either leaving my job and losing it. Like every damn day, like I'm planning on it. You never know. If I don't own the place, I can lose it at any moment. So what else am I going to do? I'm always planning on what happens if my YouTube channel is gone. You know what I'm saying? What happens if this happens? What happens if this happens? You know what I'm saying? What account can I liquidate? What funds can I transfer? What can I do this? You know what I'm saying? What I have on the credit card. I always know. You know what I'm saying? So I should be all right with enough time to figure something else out. But if a chick's just going to leave me because of that, just let her go. Yeah. I ain't worried about it.
It ain't worth it, man.
No.
Besides, you'll find something better along the way, so it don't even matter.
Well, just like the brother down, you know what I'm saying, earlier, just a moment ago said, it's like, yo, I've been broke before. You know what I'm saying? I've been broke before, so I'm really not scared to be broke again because I'll get myself out of it. So if this little bit being down right here is enough to make you run, and you actually had somebody with you this time, like I don't pick myself up from lower than this by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had somebody and you run from this, you ain't even built to be with a dude like me. You ain't tough enough. Goodbye.
Right. I think a lot of us on this panel, a lot of us men know what it's like to be broke. So at the end of the day, we know what it feels like. We know how to get ourselves out of it. So that's why, like I said, I don't sweat it when like a girl be talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, okay, bye, see ya. I'm gonna do good without you. Like, shoot, I was doing fine without you anyway. So
yeah, and she'll find somebody else that's
like when I lost
in a better spot than you are right now. But keep moving just a little bit longer. You about to pick yourself up, and then here she go with the regrets. Oh, I should have stayed by you and all of that other stuff. I don't know what happened. Tyrone over here be hitting on me and shit.
You should have saw that before you left a good man.
That's what happened to me.
If a chick was to ever do something like that to me, I'd be like, well, that's what you get for thinking that the grass was green on the other side. So what you want me to do?
That actually happened to me. I drove her back to the dude's house.
What? You did what?
I drove her back to the guy's house.
You drove her back where? I'm sorry?
To the guy's house.
I mean,
her current boyfriend's house?
No, the guy that she had made the same type of comments that Ant just said. When I was down and out, when I got myself back on my feet, she came crawling back. Oh, Corey, I need you. I knew.
You know what you proved to that woman, bro? You proved to her that you can accomplish damn anything. She didn't even think you could do it, and then you did it right in front of her face, dude. That's something special.
Yeah, but best believe, like when you in down and out like that, and a girl call herself dipping on you, best believe she gonna keep tabs on you to see what you do. And then if she sees that you actually making it without her, she gonna be looking like, "Hey, classy, what's going on, big head?" And then be looking like, "Nah."
I didn't necessarily get that. I got the classic dog bend over from her.
It may not have been verbal, but you got something like a hello, like how you been. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I just want to go to a comment in the chat. Shout out to Ray Hamlin. It's easier said than done when picking yourself back up and to march forward, but it must be done. Facts, bro. I always say it's easier said than done, but it's always better done than said. So get it done.
Agree.
Yeah.
100%, 100%.
Right. Melody, what's this on the screen?
What? Oh, this is the thing that Brienne sent to my Instagram. So we're gonna see this real quick.
Okay.
So
hold on. You already know what to do. You know what it is, man. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's play
fair use. Let's go.
Marshall, look,
fair
you go to the grocery
use.
store, you're gonna meet single guys. This is when you go to the grocery store. Can I tell them?
Tell them, please.
This is when you go to the grocery store at 9 o'clock at night.
Late night.
On a weekday. Let me tell you, and these are the aisles you go down. You go down the bread aisle. You go down the cereal aisle.
Because these men cannot cook their home making sandwiches and bowls of cereal.
You know he's single. He's single. Like, what is he doing the cereal aisle at 9 o'clock at night?
With his grown ass. Yo, you're right.
He's single. He ain't got no food at home.
He's high.
Realize he don't have no food.
You go
smoking.
to the grocery store. after 9 o'clock p.m., you're gonna see nothing but men in there. I promise you. I've sent women there, I don't know how many times, and they've lucked out. Now, here's how you go to the grocery store. Let me tell you that. Don't get all dolled up. Don't put all your heels on, come from work, smelling all good. No. Put your yoga pants on. Put your little what you call that thing?
Sports
like
bra.
the t-shirt.
Tank top.
Tank top. Put your tank top on. Put a ball cap on.
I'm about to say not a
And your
bonnet, Jack.
sneakers.
We ain't sending them to the store in a bonnet.
Not a
now.
bonnet. Put
Okay.
your ball cap on and sneakers, or just tie your hair in a ponytail. Put it up in a bun, whatever. Look as plain as you possibly can. No makeup, no done up. Take your eyelashes, all that stuff that you don't need all that. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get hit on. You know why? Because men like it when we know what we're gonna wake up to in the morning.
Thank you.
And if you all the way dressed down, I see exactly what you're gonna look like. And I know what the baseline is. I know what I got
And
to
then we
work
can
with.
grow from
You
here.
can grow from there. But if you looking good right now, oh my God, when you try, it's gonna be even better. 9 o'clock, dress down. Stop y'all doing too much.
I agree with that.
He's
100%.
100% correct.
Well, he ain't lying.
Liking. They like what Drake say? Sweatpants, hair tie, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. You know.
Okay, let me say this real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I've done that before. Talk about being in a cereal aisle. Yes, I've done that before in the past. I'll be shopping for cereal, shopping for anything, because that's an indication that he's single. I've done it before. And like the man said, if she's walking around plain with no makeup on, I ain't gonna lie, those are the ones I try to get at the most, because now I know what I'm gonna get in the store and possibly back at her house or at my house. Instead of getting a half-ass version of her coming in with makeup on, the dolled-up version in public where she's got makeup and weave on, and a half-ass version when I get back to her crib. So yeah, he on point.
Yeah, he's right. He's definitely
Yeah,
right.
hey, and dudes in this space arguing with me when I said, like, they're like, well, where do you find single women? Where do you find good women? I was like, bro, why don't you just go to the self-service car wash? As a man, that's where you go when you want to find available women.
That's true.
They're like,
I've seen a lot of single women now. So
there ain't no woman over the age of, I'm gonna say 21 that knows her worth and got a man and is washing her own damn car.
exactly.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Or he gonna make sure that he's
met
to
women
it that it
there.
get washed.
So if you know your worth as a woman and you over the age of 21, you are not with a man letting you wash your own car.
That's facts. Or at least making sure he's seeing to it to get washed.
Because if she was in a relationship, guess what? Her husband or boyfriend will be up there getting that car washed, not her herself. So yeah, he ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie. I've met women at the car wash.
Wash her own car. Let my chick wash her own car. Like, that's crazy.
No, you ain't gonna do that, man. Either you go do it yourself or you gonna see to it that it get done by somebody.
That's
like
it.
you ain't gonna have her do it.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, yeah, she might even have a boyfriend, but hey, she's available. If she's washing her own car.
Most of the time when they have
she got somebody that she talking to. It ain't serious.
Yeah, well, most of the time when they have boyfriends, the boyfriend is actually there with the girlfriend.
That's one thing, but that's what I'm saying. If she's by herself at the self-service car wash,
exactly.
She's either washing her own car because she ain't got no man to do it, or she's driving like Uber or Lyft or some shit, which means she probably ain't got no damn man.
Interesting. I didn't think of it that way. But I will say this to that.
Women with a man usually might do DoorDash or Postmates, but it's rarely Uber or Lyft.
Why not Uber and Lyft? Hold on.
Because there are people in the backseat of your car.
Right.
There are people in the backseat of your car in Uber and Lyft.
Well, what about Uber Eats?
Even Uber Eats.
That's different. That's delivering food. It's the difference between delivering food and delivering random people. Your man isn't going to be so quick to let you just deliver random people.
Good point.
I could only do Uber Eats once I got with my husband. So, like, even if I did do, I think I only did it for, like I said, about maybe 2 months since being married total. So yeah, I was only able to do like Uber Eats or DoorDash, and then half the time I did it with him.
And that's what I was getting ready to say.
That's another thing. You can do those things with your man.
Yeah, I did a
You
Uber Eats.
can
and
do
this girl's
Uber or
picture-
Lyft with your man.
This girl's picture showed up on the Uber Eats that I ordered from. She was beautiful. And I was thinking that's who was coming to my door. And come to find out, it was this crusty dude. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, he ain't let her get out the car. She probably drove.
Yeah, she definitely did drive. She was driving.
But like honestly, I hate the fact that my picture comes up on Uber Eats. Like when I'm doing it, it's like the guy is already waiting for you. I had a mask on and I came. And he was like, "Ooh, can you take that mask off?" He was like, "You are gorgeous, girl." He's, "I saw your picture. Oh my God, can you take that mask off?" I'm like, "No. Have a nice day, sir. Like we're not gonna do that. I ain't taking
Then you're beautiful.
So much for
you're
your
a beautiful
tip.
woman.
Funny.
So much for your tip.
No, he left me a tip on Uber Eats on the app. They
He probably
usually
did it earlier before.
Melody,
Melody, no
did this man
see some teeth?
Did this man at least leave a positive review on the survey? A positive review or a high rating review or something?
No, I didn't get smart with him. I just like, "Oh no, sir, it's COVID. You know, I don't like to take my mask off."
He's her femininity, so she was okay.
Huh?
You get 5 stars in my opinion.
No, he still rated me good and everything. I got a tip, but like these guys, I hate the fact that your picture shows up because a lot of these guys will call you back on the app and ask for your number. It's so weird.
That's for safety.
I hate when
That ain't for no safety, man. They trying to holler.
Well,
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying the general consensus is for safety. That way, when you get into the, you know what the person looked like or whatever, just in case it be on some shady BS. Because I've heard horror stories of Uber drivers and people in the Ubers, getting into some mess. So it happens. Believe it. That's for safety purposes.
Hold on. I could have sworn I heard her say that they be trying to call her after that it's already been dropped off.
That app, all right. So it's like
do that.
Like I said, I've heard horror stories. I've heard the stories. I know that happens. I've heard horror stories about that happening. I had a girl that used to work for Uber herself. Same thing happened to her. The guy that she dropped off 2 days later called her up on the app. I'm like, oh boy.
It's creepy. It's real creepy, and especially when you go to the hoods. Oh my God, when you have to deliver to the hood, it's like dudes be in front of the house, a whole bunch of dudes, or like in front of a store, and you gotta walk up, and a guy will grab you. It's not cool. So if you have a girlfriend, if you have a girlfriend, do not let her do Uber Eats by herself because it's horror stories. I'm telling you,
especially not at night.
Also, if you talk to customer service, again, I think I've only had to do this once. You can talk to customer service and say you don't want to deliver to certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the back end way to do that. So if you don't want to deliver to a certain area, say I'm not going to deliver to this area, and they'll block you off from getting orders to that area.
Yeah, because I dropped off in Newark, New Jersey by cemeteries and going up in projects. Like it's bad. It's nah.
Mm-hmm.
Cemetery? What you deliver at cemetery?
No, I'm saying, like Redman's area. You guys know Redman, right?
Oh yeah.
Brick City.
Brick City in his area by the cemeteries, it's like hood. And you go over that area, it's a lot of hood dudes. So when you get out the car, they be like, "Oh, do you come with the food?" I hate that question. Do you come with the food? I'm like, what? Do I come with the food? Like, no.
Yeah, I've been in that area, so I know what she talking about. I've been in there and passed it, but I know what she talking about.
Mm-hmm. Like, no, have a nice day. I'm not rude or anything, but it's just dangerous. Like, Brienne, you do it. It's dangerous.
Well, I've done it like over a year ago. Like I said, that's 60 days or whatever I was talking about. Again, very short period of time I've had to do it, but I didn't like it, but it was over pretty much as quick as it started. So that's why afterward, I'm like, okay, in order to save money so we don't have to necessarily bring in more money, I'm going to coupon. I'm going to be more thrifty. We're going to cut out all the extracurriculars. I'm going to cook and meal plan because then you don't have to do that as much or at all if you do it right. And also when it comes to like your man getting a better job, because if he's already the main breadwinner, when you want him to get a raise or a better job, I started relearning, because I at least went to school to learn how to do this, how to make a good cover letter and a resume. Every time I made his cover letter and resume, he always got accolades for it. So like, I didn't know people did cover letters anymore. So the cover letter is like an overview of pretty much your whole life and why you want this job. the resume, I literally had to revamp his resume. It looked like his resume needed help because he had been using the same one for so long, the same exact format. So
he had to update it.
redoing all of that, things really changed. And a cover letter, it's one of those things an employer doesn't expect anymore. So it was always like they were excited to see it. So it's important to always try to, upgrade your man as much as possible. Being in his pretty much.
Yeah, facts.
I had one Uber driver, living in LA. She was one of those hippie types. She pulled up to my house. Ooh, you're so cute. Yeah, man. Yeah. She took about 30 minutes to talk to me. I was home. She's like, yeah. So do you have a girlfriend or something? You want to go smoke some hookah? I was just like, no. I just want to eat my Starbucks, drink my Starbucks and food and go to sleep. Oh, I find that very cool, man. Very cool. But seriously, though, I was like,
it's just weird, right?
Not the hippie talk, though.
Yeah, we got
somebody at work. That's how I see it, because you're literally doing a job to make money, then hitting on somebody. I think it's weird if you're a guy or a girl doing it. But I will say this: girls aren't really forward about always going up to the guys. At least that's what I've noticed. So when a girl does it, it's kind of surprising to the guy. It's like, oh, you're hitting on me? Like, you like me? But it's so weird. You're supposed to be focusing on your job, and that should be it.
I was very shocked when she did it. I was extremely shocked. I was like, is she seriously hitting on me? She's like, yeah, man. Yeah. I was just like, well, okay. Yeah. You seem like you're single. Are you single or are you a double? I was like, okay.
Oh, no. But I think that's why that video was important. That guy was explaining for a woman to be intentional. Like, if you want to find a guy, you need to go where the guys are at. You're at the grocery store getting, boxed meals and cereal. Okay, you need to go. You say that's you?
Yes, I do it because I work. Sometimes I like to go grocery shopping late at night, so it's not crowded, And a lot of times I do buy a box meal because I don't get a chance to cook like I'm doing 12, 18-hour shifts at the hospital, so I got to get what I can get.
And you're single, so imagine a woman cooking you a hot meal in between those shifts. I used to bring my husband lunch, and then I found out one of his friends, was going through a hard time. I would start making him lunch too, or at least bring him muffins or something. And they were really appreciative of that when I was back on the East Coast. But yeah, imagine a woman being able to know your schedule and like, oh, is it your lunch hour? I'm going to come and bring you food. That would be such a benefit to you.
And if she does that,
Brianne, would you recommend that women start YouTube channels and start doing red pill content if they're looking for a man and hang out in the manosphere? Would you recommend that? Because there are men here. A lot of them.
Interesting.
And they're available too.
And they look good.
That's an interesting question. So if you're seeing, for instance, I'm married and I'm in these spaces that I want to also help women.
Sherelle said no.
Oh man.
So when I was asking for you, I'm already married.
She said no red pill men.
No red pill.
I'm just saying there's more dudes here than the grocery store. Really?
That's actually a really good point. So let's say you're in, Dallas or something, and you're able to say, okay, I'm a YouTuber in this area. You start having those conversations, you're going to find the men there that are online in those spaces. But the question is, if you're a single woman, should you go to these spaces? Of course, you should hear what men generally want. But as soon as you get with the man, you need to be tailored to what he wants. Where's the blue pill at?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Happy spouse, happy house. That's what we say here.
I like that.
That's what you like. But here's the thing. I wouldn't put my husband in any of those categories. He's just himself. He hears points from both and agrees with, both sides, but definitely he leans more towards this realm of YouTube, obviously, luckily. But yeah, you have to, for one, go where the men are, be what the men want, and then, tailor your life like that. Because a lot of women who don't have a man, they want one. Most of them. They're that 1% that's like, no, I'm happy by myself. But as soon as something goes down, you're going to a man for those types of help or resources. You're calling your brother, your uncle, your friend from high school you haven't spoken to in 5 years to come help you fix something. So men are needed. You just have to realize, how are you going to fit one in your life, and how are you going to be a benefit to that man in his life. So like I said, the doctor up here, I think Classy, you saying that, you have to get convenience meals. You don't have time to sit and meal prep for like 2-3 hours like I do. Like today is kind of our little prepping day, so that's why I'm going to be off in about 15 minutes. But when you know you have to do something like that for your family, that's where your job is. His job is going to work. Her job should be making sure he can go to work healthily, happily, with a full belly. So yeah, that's a very long, hard shift to do.
And I will return the favor. I will buy flowers. I will like appreciations. I will rub hot oil on your back and run your bath water. I don't mind doing all that stuff. I mean, it's just an appreciation to say thank you very much for all you do for me, because hey, sometimes I need the help.
Yeah, I was giving an example, but wouldn't that be a benefit to you? Someone
Absolutely.
give you food?
Most definitely. Absolutely. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, since we're talking about men and red pill men, that'll bring us to the next topic. I want to ask the men on the panel. Don't get mad at me, guys. So you guys always are talking about women and what the women are doing wrong, and women are the cause of the downfall of the Black community and stuff like that. But what about men? Like, are men
that was going to be my
perfect?
correction, Melody. Women are never wrong. Women have never done anything wrong, ever. You guys are perfect.
Yeah, women are perfect. Absolutely.
Says who?
Never do anything wrong.
We all know that. We all
mess
know
up
that's a lie.
No, never.
That's a big lie. But what about men? Like, should men hold themselves and each other accountable for
Absolutely.
of the Black community?
Yes.
That's my question to everybody on the panel, women and men. Let's go. Let's start with Swag. You want to start, or you want to start with the other panelists?
Start with the other panelists first.
All right, who you want to start with first? Classy.
Yeah, we can start with Classy.
Okay, let's go. What about men? Come on, y'all. What y'all not perfect. What's up? What do you think, Classy?
Go ahead, homie. Let's see what you got to say.
Well, I mean, in many circumstances, I think it is important for men to actually be a little, be considerate to women who are doing the right things. And also when it comes to certain men that are doing the wrong things, I think it is our job to put our foot into their behind, not literally physically, but verbally, because we need to put them in check to let them know some of the things that they're doing in the community isn't right. And if you're not taking care of your children, you're dead wrong. You should be taking care of your children. I don't care if you don't like the woman or not. Y'all had sexual pleasures. Y'all made a child. Do not make your child suffer because you and the mother can't get it together. Yes. And I'm also, especially when it comes to health, I'm on Black men's tail about that too. Get your prostate checked. Make sure you get your heart rate checked. Make sure that you're eating the right food. Stay healthy and live long as you can, because our average lifespan is only 65 years. So, be able to expand that, live and love life.
So when dealing with a quarrelsome woman, what are your life expectancy? So I agree with just about everything we typically say, but dealing with a quarrelsome woman that makes it impossible for you to be in your children's life and is like denigrating you in front of your children, I say run.
No, I agree with that.
But I say run from that woman. I did an interview on my channel. Again, I'm not trying to push my channel. I did an interview on my channel.
Go ahead and push your channel, Brianne. Push it. Push
it.
Push it.
Subscribe to Brianne.
Shoot, we telling everybody on this panel, push your channel.
That's why they putting the link out there. Push it.
No, I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying I did an interview on my channel how a guy was, being DV'd by his child's mother, and he ran, and she kept the kid from him. And it's like almost 10 years now. He has not seen his child in person. He's not on child support at the current time, but he wanted to go to court, and that's why I didn't show his face. But he wants to get back and do like a follow-up on what's been going on, because he has another child by another woman in a different state. So he has a great relationship with her, but for some reason he can't have a relationship with the oldest daughter, and his children have never even met. So I'm like, that's crazy.
That's horrible, actually. That can be horrible.
That's what situations where you have to run because then he wouldn't be there for his other child. And people don't agree with me. They say fight and, get 3 jobs to pay for that lawyer. And I'm like, no, you have one child that knows you, loves you, spends time with you. If you're not there for your second child, the first child, you know what I mean, it's still going to be that with that mother 100% of the time. And without revealing too much, she's in a power position in that city now, so he can't just easily go and do that. Like, she's took all of her tests. Like, she is over a lot of she's over like a lot of the police departments and stuff. So
you made one valid point that I wanted to touch on that I agree 100%. What is the reason why men should be around their children, and actually, if they have brothers and sisters, I think both parents should be introducing to both of them, because my greatest fear is that, especially if they're in the same state, what happens if they become teenagers and they go to the same school and they start dating each other and start mating each other, and then they find out their brother and sister? That can cause a lot of mental trauma and also a lot of suicidal thoughts. But I hope I can use another word. I'm trying
self-deletion thoughts.
Self-deleted thoughts. But yeah, but I'm
the
sorry.
story of mine is how the kids got together because they didn't know there was any relation. So not even just the children's children. Like, it's only one generation up and they didn't even know they were related. So that's a very scary place to be. But the problem is, if you're making it hard to see the father and learn his side of the family, that could be your cousin over there. You didn't know that was your cousin. And I would blame men in that situation, especially the man I interviewed, Jay. At least that's the name we said on the interview. When you watch that interview, listening to him, I tried to be very strategic with the questions, because this is the other side that you guys don't get to hear about the men. Like, on her side, oh, he's a deadbeat. He's not around his child. He hasn't seen his child since the child was like 7 months. What kind of father is that? But then you hear his story, like, he was being hit on. He had to physically block from him. She was pregnant at one point. She had the kid on her hip, slapping him, and he couldn't do anything. So I think he said after the 3rd time, he just ran. He couldn't do anything else. But yeah, if you want men to live longer, happier lives, unfortunately, some of these children, they're not going to have a dad. They're going to have to grow up without one, hopefully reach out when they're older. But I also tell men, like, you're probably never going to see that particular child again. If that child has been poisoned against you so long, you have to move on, especially if you have other children. They say make your children the priority. If you're so focused on one child, what about the other ones?
That's true.
No, but that's when you get the pushback from me, because it's like, look, and I know this is as a father, you have rights. You know what I'm saying? So if this woman's gonna put her hands on you and everything else, now there is no, I'm gonna run just far enough to be able to call the cops, because I need to be able to document this, so that way I don't have to run away from being a father to my child. I might have to run away from this crazy motherfucker here before I kill her because she's out of her damn mind. But there's no way in hell I'm going to run away from my children. And she should know that. You know what I'm saying? She should know that, hey, I will snap about my kids. I will never be separated from my kids. I will separate you from the last breath in your body before you separate me from my children. Just so you know. You know? But, I mean, I get a dude that'll run. And maybe he doesn't project that message to a woman. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know.
But the men who are able to see their kids in their life, I think they should see them. I honestly do. Not saying disagree.
100%. But there have been a lot of men that have self-deleted because they tried their hardest and it still did not work. There's another separate story I talked about on my channel about how a man almost did that because he did everything in his power. Again, average earning man didn't have the money to get the lawyer. And when he did, it was only a couple of hours just to get some information. So when you get to the point where it's like, okay, if that man is going to be here or not be here, which one do you want? Well, I'd rather that man be here because that's a very long struggle because the woman had the free lawyer. He did not. So, yeah.
That's one reason why I don't have kids, because I've seen this and I put guys in the morgue behind this crap. So.
Yeah. So
no disrespect to people who have kids on here, but that dealing with that court is a scary thing to deal with.
Yeah, court is not only scary; it's a big headache because then you have to take off of work to even be there. And if the woman's playing games, how many days of work are you going to miss while also paying child support? It's unsustainable and it's heartbreaking. So at some point you have to give up or you're going to be homeless yourself. But I guess circle it back around, keeping a family together, when we're talking about all of these things combined, you have to get married first. You have to make a serious commitment with somebody before you even pop out a baby. Now, everyone wants to say about how horrible popping out a baby is. There's a lot of kids here. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? In the general scheme of things, of course, labor isn't fun for everybody. For me, it was actually fun and really easy. But there's so many kids here without their fathers because the family didn't start out as a family to begin with. And that's unfair to those children that are already here. I just want to stop that trend. So when we're talking to kids, marry before you carry, especially women, marry before you carry, choose the man wisely, and have men in your life vet that man before he even becomes your husband. And when he's ready to become your husband, he better go to your father. If your father is not around, you better go to your older brother, your uncle, you know what I mean? Your older cousin, somebody you trust that can really talk to that man. That's gonna be that man for the rest of your life. That's what I believe. Yeah, my husband had to go to my father before we got married.
That's a good thing. That's traditional.
Approval.
We need more of that out here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that's on my channel also. How my dad was describing how my husband drove a state away to ask my father for my hand in marriage. So yeah, you live and you learn.
Okay.
So who's gonna answer the question next?
So the question as far as like should men hold other men accountable as far as like what's going on in our society? Is that the question you asked?
Correct. And also like you know how the single mother is always blamed for being a single mother. Should the men be blamed too for having sex raw with that woman?
Yes.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like, it's
Absolutely. Yes.
One
yes,
at
they
a time,
should.
one at a time, one at a time.
Okay. I'll answer it. I'll answer it.
All right.
Can I answer it or who's going to do it?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Because I said this once and I'll say it again. Anytime children are involved, it's the responsibility of the man and the woman.
Jesus.
Yikes. What's that?
Like I said, it's the responsibility of the man and the woman. Think about that. It's the woman's fault because she allowed that man to slide into her wrong, but at the same time, it's the dude's fault because he should have had the common decency to protect himself.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
You're damn right you can't make this shit up.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what that was. I hope that.
Man, that hurt my ears, man. That's true.
Oh my goodness. I think it's the responsibility of both, but if you're doing it percentage-wise, a child is a 100% thing, right? Who is more responsible? It's the woman. He just by default is more responsible. I even talked about again on my channel how there's one guy who had his condom stolen, and then a child resulted because of that. So it's like even if you think about the margin of error, it's still bigger on the woman's side, and the margin of being sly about it is still on the woman's side.
Hold up, his condoms were stolen.
Yeah.
Was that before he went in or after?
That's what I want.
Because he should have known.
Condoms were stolen.
It was, turkey based.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna hold the dude accountable for his condoms being stolen. I'm gonna hold him accountable for them being stolen and what happened after they were stolen.
Right.
I don't care that his condoms were stolen. It's still his fault. What happened after that?
Even in like a Drake situation, like that was still his fault that he put it in.
Yeah. You knew it was. You knew you didn't put it on because you didn't have it, and you just still went in anyway. So. Yeah, look, I'm gonna hold everyone accountable.
No, that's not what I mean. Okay, I gotta be a little bit more detailed. So after the deed was done and all of the secretions were in the condom, the condom was supposed to go in the trash, right? It did not go.
No, that's different. I got you. That's different.
Okay.
That's way different.
There we go.
Yeah,
No, like
it's a
good
Drake
stuff,
situation with
no,
no
what do
hot
we
sauce.
do?
Yeah.
No, that's not what they
He
do.
should have put it in the toilet.
No, do not put it in the toilet. Nope. Mm-mm.
Why
Don't do
not?
that.
Why?
Well,
It goes away.
Well, hold up. I remember I told Melody this story a while back. There was a guy that I knew that put one in the toilet, and actually it was crinkled up, right? But the water never touched the inside of the condom. The woman still got pregnant. The semen was still alive.
Correct.
Did he not make sure it flushed?
It popped right back up.
I guess the toilet was clogged.
No, that ain't. Every man knows, man. You got to watch it go down.
I'm not
And
a
make
fan.
sure it's still down.
My thing is this is what I did. I don't trust women at all when it comes to after sex. Usually I take the condoms in a doggy bag, and if I'm over her house, I'll drive it back to my house and throw it in my trash. At least I know it's really going away. I don't trust women like
That works for me.
All I'm saying is, if you have to do all of that, there's something wrong with the women. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying that hard to get pregnant by somebody you're not even married to. You know what I mean? And then there are women, you know, that are married and trying to have children. Like, I think the margin of error is so big and it's so screwed. Like, it makes it's almost heartbreaking to think that you have to do all of that extra stuff just because the women are so untrustworthy.
And then again, another side of our fault too, Brianna, is that a lot of times we lose all brain cells when everything down below get the extra strength that we need. We lose everything. So we have to remind ourselves, throw it away at your own house. Do not keep it at our house. Because I was at a point one time where I was so out of control. I was like, but at the same time, I was like, well, wait a minute. I had to catch my train of thought after that. What they call it, that
after clarity or something.
Right. Yeah, that post nut clarity. What they call it. After that, I was like, whoa, I better get this and throw it away.
Yeah, that post bust.
I do remember when I was in that room, she had double locked the door and told me I couldn't leave until I just used up like 3 or 4 condoms.
That's crazy. But I mean, what if they both wanted to just do it raw? You know, no condom, no nothing. She wasn't on birth control. And she got pregnant.
And then they both are to blame. It was consensual, unprotected sex, so they're both to blame. I'm sorry, go on.
No, I agree with that. At that point, a lot of people are reckless. They get a little alcohol in their system. They're having a little fun. They get very comfortable with that person. Yes, 100% both their fault for the pregnancy. The only thing I don't agree with is both their fault for the child. Because I think those are 2 separate things. Because if you want a child, you still have to go through those other steps first. But to both be reckless and to both have no protection, that's your fault for that pregnancy. But the child, that's always 100% up to her what happens after she gets pregnant.
Because she decides if the child is born or not.
Yeah, that's what I don't agree with, how people are always saying, well, a child's here, it's both their fault 100 or 50%. No, it's their fault 100% for the pregnancy. If, it was that consensual, not for the child being here. But in my case, my husband and I are both 1,000% responsible because, he asked me to have a child before I even told him I wanted a child. So he asked me, we agreed, we made the child, and the child is here. So that's the only situation where you're married and you both want the child, you guys both plan for it, where I think it's the responsibility of both to take care of the child. Again, with the new laws happening, you can't even really get child support unless that person was already in your life. So these one-night flings, that's still more on the woman than it is on the man when a child results from it. So, yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, the numbers are so messed up with broken families, and I don't put it 100% on the men because they're doing what they've always done. You want intimacy, but you don't always think a child will result from that. And if a girl tells you she's on birth control and you're able to do it raw, of course you're going to do it. But then to find out there's a child after, well, you're in for a surprise, okay? But yeah, I think that's all the time that I have. I really hope you guys are protecting your seed. You guys are choosing women wisely. But also you have to figure out what was she doing before she got with you? And that's going to determine a lot before you even get with her on a serious level. And I know most men do want a wife, but I don't see a lot of wives. I don't see a lot of melodies running around. So we have to be very, very discerning and very careful.
We don't see a lot of Brienne. How many Briennes do we see running
No,
around?
we don't see a lot of Briennes. We don't see a lot of Chantel Simone. We don't see a lot of Dee Dees.
We're at our houses, knitting and sewing. I got my sewing machine back here. So that's what we're doing.
I don't even remember a woman saying anything about a sewing machine in a long time. That's why I said there isn't enough women like you. A sewing machine?
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome,
I haven't
Mike.
heard that in a minute.
Yeah, she back there sewing and looking at coupons and all types of things. We definitely need more Briennes in the
The
black
sisters
community.
used to call me boring, but I'm like, I enjoy this. Like, let me live my life. Do you? So, yeah.
Wow. I literally haven't seen a sewing machine since the 80s. Wow.
Oh my gosh, you haven't physically seen one?
Yeah, well, let me rephrase that. In America, when I travel out, yeah, I've seen it.
Goodness gracious. So before I log off, I'm like, if you haven't physically seen it, it's huge.
I wouldn't doubt it. Wow.
Yeah. It's a good one too. I've had this since 2009. It's a really good one.
Oh my
God. And she explained it too. I haven't seen that type of wow.
Yeah, they last forever if you take good care of them. I even took it to a sewing machine repair shop when I first got here, and they said it was fine. It just needed to be reconfigured, and they did it in 5 minutes. They've been using it since.
You see how she broke that down? Usually what I hear is, I went to Victoria's Secrets, and the size, it expanded, it was like spandex, and I had to take it back. It's been a while since I heard anything about a woman subscribe a sewing machine. That is awesome.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Every single time I start talking about sewing, they're like, "Man, you're like a grandma, huh?" And I'm like,
"No,
I guess so."
You're not like a
You're
grandma.
definitely not a grandma.
I love this side of YouTube. This side of YouTube is awesome. Right. Are there any other questions before I log off? I'm gonna get ready for the rest of this night.
No, these were great questions. Definitely a breath of fresh air for me.
Yay. I'm glad. I was nervous. I was like, I got to come up with 2 topics. Came up with them today. Let's be honest. But yeah.
They were great topics.
Yeah.
Well, Bree, before you go, let me read off my second topic. Maybe you can give an answer for that as well. Yeah. Keke Palmer and Usher. Her being in his video. What's your take on that?
Ooh, it's funny. I thought this would come up at some point. You've now cemented the embarrassment of your family.
Thank you.
That wasn't, again, technically a family to begin with. And here's the thing. I'm not too big in the pop culture, but I did see it, and I could not unsee it. You now have a music video with you embarrassing your child's father. And you can say it 8 ways to Sunday. You don't get another child's father. You may get a stepdaddy at some point, but that's never going to be the biological father of your son, no matter how much you want it to be. And I say, you can hate that man, but you can't hate the DNA because it's not going to change. I think it's embarrassing. I think it's horrible. Literally, our children are the same age. And the fact that that child will be able to look back and be like, this is what y'all were doing? Like, I wasn't even a year. Like, how embarrassing is this? And you got to think about this. What type of woman is he going to be able to find when he grows up knowing this type of culture is around his family? Now, again, I always wish best for the children, but this is your start. You're not a year old. This is how it's starting. You know what I mean? It's very embarrassing. It's very sad. And again, I always thought she was a wonderful actress. I grew up watching her TV shows. This didn't happen until after, things started to look and sit a little differently, which, good for her. But I'm sorry, this is a very sad thing to put on your family, and it literally cements. That's why people do music, because it cements you into history. Now, this is how you're cementing your family into history. Yeah, that's that. I'm very sad for this family. I hope still they can get it together and work it out for the sake of the child, because the child's here now. But there has to be some type of therapy. There has to be some type of, mending of this, because I mean, the sisterhood is really pushing her. That's the last part I wanted to say. The sisterhood is pushing her because they love the drama. They love this. They wish they were able to do this to their child's fathers. Like, nationally embarrass him because they won't have that opportunity. He's off living his life, you know. But this child's father is literally, you know, trying to at least get his family back, or at least try to reclaim what he's losing right now, which is, I think, their house. His finances are, I'm sure, are going to change. But she was the one that always had the finances to begin with. So I think they should maintain that for the sake of that child. You know, get your bag, King.
Actually, I checked up his finance. Darius Jackson is worth $3 million.
Oh, the child's father?
Mm-hmm.
Net worth wise, sure, but she's worth
$8 million.
I mean, of course, because she does more. She's more.
She does more, and she's more in the public eye. But
yeah, no, I'm not saying he was broke or anything.
No. I'm not saying that you're saying that, but
yeah, he didn't own her house, and she would financially have to pay him child support.
Well, I did an update on that. Actually, he had clashed back with the news people. He told them that he never said that he was going to file for child support. That was something that they made
it was
up.
a friend of his or something. Oh, okay, you're right. I did forget about that part. But I just want to say that's something you never want to do to your child's father, your man, especially your husband. You don't want to embarrass him in that way. That's why when I think about these panels, I think about how does that reflect on my family looks. And again, not technically a family, but you have a child together. You're pretty darn close. You just didn't make it legal. But now that all of this is like transpired, the child isn't even old enough to have an opinion on that. So I think it's horrible how people will speak for the child. But for me, I'm just speaking on the fact that this is just generally embarrassing. And I really hope they get it together. I hope she gets it together for the sake of, you know, her child. Again, we're both new to motherhood, but there's so many things going on. You just add another complexity to it that I think was unfair to the child.
And what she doesn't know, this actually benefits Usher more than her.
Oh yeah,
it really do. Gets him back popping.
And not to mention, since he's performing in Vegas, if he's were to bring her on stage after that video, he can quadruple or double the price in Vegas. It's all a good PR play.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed something also when I looked at that video. He has a new album coming out because Boyfriend wasn't his first song. He had a new song before that. And when I looked at the video, at the end of that video where she's holding the phone, there's another song of Usher's playing in the background that's brand new. So I was like, yeah, this brother's got an album coming out.
Well, it's about
Oh, I mean, he's been killing the Vegas scene like crazy because I went to one of his shows.
He has a residency there, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he definitely has a residency in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's beautiful and talented. Like, this should have never happened. You know, I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but I know you put this business out for the world to see. That's all I do know. Again, I hope she, you know, takes a deep dive and realizes this isn't it. Like, you don't want to do this. You don't want to be seen this way. Yeah. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Well, I watched some things about Usher, how he was going through his custody battle, and I'm like, why would you want to make that more complicated for someone else?
Because it benefits him business wise. He knows that. This is all a business play on his end because
even business, I wouldn't be involved with somebody that was actively keeping, you know, their child away from the father. Like, I wouldn't do business with somebody that was literally doing the exact thing that I don't want other people to do.
I agree with you, Brianna. I do agree with you 100%. The problem is that we live in a petty world nowadays. You got a lot of people hyping this young lady up. And so he figured, well, I should go ahead and get involved. It's going to do a lot more for me. And he knows that. He knows a lot more women are going to go pay to see his shows because they're just as petty. It's a sad world that we live in, but I agree with you 100%.
And plus, the fact that
I think he's just desperate. Like,
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jesus.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you good.
No, come in, please.
No, I mean, I think he's just desperate at this point. Like, I mean, it's very hard because he's been very popular since a very young age. And, you know, like with anything, that popularity, is waning. And he's going to do anything to sustain it. He do know that that this generation of young people is a lot different than the past generations, and he's trying to appeal to them. He's trying to appeal to this thought twerking, independent, disrespectful, new wave of women, and he think that this is what's going to do it, because he was never like this before. Nobody that danced like that. It's not like this is Chris Brown or somebody like that. This is, well, Chris Brown do dance like that, but he never tried to do that whole Tupac I screwed your wife type deal.
Because he was groomed by Babyface and L.A. Reid back in the day when they had TLC, Tony Braxton. He was groomed in a more grown-up setting,
right,
during that time period. Yeah,
right. So he's behaving like in a way that's a lot less mature than he did in the past, and with this Kiki situation, especially since he don't know the guy.
I'll be listening in the background. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye, Brian.
See ya.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, Melody, I got to dip out too. I just want to thank you for having me up. I appreciate you, sister.
Coming.
No, thank you so much. I want to say peace to the panel, Killer Swag. Appreciate you, Doctor. I forget your name. My bad, bro. And GC, man, appreciate y'all.
You. All right,
appreciate you. That's classy.
Oh, classic. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna forget again. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, classy.
That's all right.
Peace
I appreciate you too, sir.
Thanks for coming. Good night.
But yeah, that's my thought on that. Those are my thoughts on that.
Right.
And Kiki, it's weird because I don't know. These are not young people. That's what's disturbing. These are not young people. Kiki went through several, because what I know about her is that she went through like a yes ma'am phase. Like she kind of went through a whole well-behaved Southern girl phase. I mean, I know that I know she's an actress, but she kind of took on several smaller roles as that. Like, they showed her in like Jim Crow era, young
the
woman.
movie Alice, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not the only one. I think she was in like Mama Flora's Family.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. So she played that role, like, the church girl role for a large part of her early 20s. And of course there's Akilah and the Bee, and then there was that
movie where she plays a pimp.
Yeah, and then that's when things started to take a very weird turn, because she's actually at least in Hustler, she's actually attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So she's easy on the eyes, so to speak. And it was bizarre to see her butch. I mean, it seems like that she was being deliberate to try to break her good girl, to get out of that. What's that called? Typecast.
Typecast, yeah. Even when she did Nope, there was no significant feminine aura around her when she did the movie Nope. It seemed even more masculine then, but when she had that baby and got that body, everything started flourishing.
Yeah. So, I mean, and she was in Hustlers, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think she's just trying to show range. Not get typecasted, but that's probably not the range you want to go. That movie where she was a pimp, I forget what it's called, but
Pimp. It was just called Pimp.
Oh, it was just called Pimp. Yeah, that movie there was. It was actually just very weird. It was a very poorly written movie.
Yeah.
The antagonist that murdered, what would be profitable property for no reason, just to show that he's the bad guy, was just, to me, it was just a poorly written movie. And it seemed like she put a large stake in her career in that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I was just like, I didn't understand why she even took on a role like that, but that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, when I seen her do it, I thought she was that, because who else does that, who was attractive too? the woman, Vin Diesel's wife, girlfriend from Fast and Furious.
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, so she's attractive, but she's obviously into women, and she's obviously a stud. She just so happened to be attractive to men. So, but she took on some roles like that, and it was really just more where her mind is, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Right.
So, real quick, guys, because we're about to do our final thoughts soon. We have a couple of more topics to cover. Actually, Classy, did you give any topics?
No, I'm sorry. I was just glad to be off and look at the rain outside. Sorry, I didn't think of anything.
All right, man, that's cool. You can come up with some topics next time.
Yeah. But I guess we can probably just do one more. Fresh and Fit. You wanted to do Swag?
Yeah, that was the final piece that we wanted to do before we close this out. I mean, Classy, I know you said a little bit on the show last night, but I mean, if you got any more to say, you can say it over here too, you know.
No, I just think that if, I always thought those dudes did some corny things, but at the same time, I'm not about just demonetizing everybody because you disagree with them. Just don't watch their channel. That's just how I feel about it. But because if you start doing that, then you're going to start going to everybody else's page to monetize them just because they said something that you don't like. And then basically, in my opinion, everybody's just going to go to Rumble like they're doing right now. That's where Fresh and Fit is. But nah, that's all I got to say about them.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I already touched on it last night in my show. It's just like, this is just, I even said it, like, this is not necessarily the biggest domino to fall, because I know a lot of people are thinking like, oh, this is the biggest domino on YouTube. All like, nah, that's just the precipice. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even hit the tip of the iceberg yet when it comes to who's going to be the biggest content creator that takes a hit. Because I just found out today that even Coach Greg Adams got demonetized.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So if you got a guy like that, and he don't cuss, he don't really say anything to, I guess to alert the algorithm or something. But I guess since he talks what he talk about, they got him. Because like I said, I've been watching this stuff for a minute, and he don't really be saying nothing crazy. He don't say no trigger words. He don't say nothing that could really alert the algorithm like that. He just really call it like he see it. But even with him, they demonetized him. So that's why I say, like, and it's going to be somebody that's going to be, they think that they so untouchable that they just feel like, oh, I done got away with this for so long, YouTube ain't gonna mess with me. That's gonna be the big content creator that's gonna get hit with the demonetization, and that's the one that everybody gonna be talking about. Now, who that person's gonna be, I have no idea. But
well, hey, I'm a small YouTube content creator, and I feel like YouTube is messing with me. Like, they're taking views, they're not taking what do you call them? Super chats yet. They're not taking those from me, but they probably are. I have to check. But they're taking views, they're taking subscribers. I think I'm shadow banned because of previous things that happened on my panel. I mean, YouTube is very, very hard to grow in now.
Yeah.
Since the pandemic is over. Because people that were really big, that are really big now, they came up through the pandemic. Would you agree, GC?
Yeah, well, it is very difficult now. I mean, because it's ridiculous. Like they're demanding regular videos. Like, I've been gone for a bit, and then I come back, and my viewership is nowhere near where it was. They want you to post every single day, but people got lives, people got other things that they want to do.
Right.
Exactly.
And they will let you grow if you do that. But like Crimson Cure, she posts every day, and I mean, I'm not saying that they're an angry man. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but you know, they're asking for a ridiculous time commitment before they push you in the algorithm.
Mhm. Exactly. And Kevin Murray said, "Are channels like Sarah 7 being demonetized?" Exactly. Cynthia G, Shara 7, they all are still going strong. They're not
Maybe
monetizing these women who are calling men dusties and saying delete black babies and all that. They're not
Well,
demonetizing
but
people. Like,
agreed. Fresh and Fit was on some race stuff too, and it was kind of retarded. So
hmm
you know, I think that's what got him, not the woman stuff.
Well, I mean, even Auntie said one of the main things that got them, other than that, was the messing with the Decepticons.
hmm.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about it either. Auntie said it in my chat last night. I was like, wait, that happened?
Yeah, I ain't know about it either, honestly. But I guess it happened. But let's talk about Fresh and Fit real quick because I've been unsubscribed from them. All the racial things that they were saying. First of all, none of them are black, are they? Swag.
Myron is Sudanese, and
what's his name is Nigerian.
Fresh is Barbados.
Oh,
He's from
Barbados.
Barbados. Yeah, because Stoic told me that last night. So yeah, but I know Myron, he was Sudanese. So yeah.
Yeah, see, and they talk about like the black community too much. And when I say black community, I mean black people who were born here. You know, it's like you can't do that. And then you're saying the N word willy nilly, you know, and it's just you doing too much.
And encouraging Nick to do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick Fuentes.
Like there's certain people that just can't do certain things, and none of them were American. So I'm sorry, it's just you can't do it, you know.
No, you really can't.
And what do they say about black women? About we don't dab in the dark or something like that. What they say? Something like that.
They mentioned something like
I was
that.
like, what? Like you guys are like racist.
I haven't been watching Fresh and Fit since Kevin Samuels was around, and that was a long time ago because they stopped rocking with him even before he passed. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were just a mess, but I don't feel bad for them at all. They deserved what they got, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I'm about to head out because I gotta look at this thing right quick.
All right, homie.
Want to give your final thoughts before you leave, GC, because it's almost the 3-hour mark, and
Yeah, because we about to shut it down anyway. So you want to get your final thoughts?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I don't really have much. I mean, I appreciate y'all having me and everything, and yeah, it was another great show, another classic.
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
All right, GC.
All right, salute, man.
Salute. Good.
What about you, Classy? Any final thoughts for you before we shut it down?
Not really. We have some pretty good, decent topics today. I mean, I did like Rihanna's topics. It was pretty good too. And even the topic about holding men accountable on our end as well. I like that topic because I think, you know, even though when it's talked about coming from women's side, it's more degrading. I think it's always best when the men talk about what's going on wrong with the men on the side of the community. But that's just my personal opinion. But however, I love the show, and I'm loving the fact that I did not have to work tonight to be able to enjoy the show. I know y'all always seeing me in scrubs, so I mean I get to relax for a change.
Yes, we love it. We're loving it.
We appreciate the fact that you was able to be here throughout the whole show and didn't have to work. So
me too, and I'm glad we don't have a power outage because of the tropical storm that's going on outdoors. So
nah, not at all. So thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. You got anything to say, Swag, before we go? You know how we do.
Yeah, all I got to say is like tonight was a great night. You know what I'm saying? It could have went the other way, but I think it went the right way as it always does when we do shows like this. So, like I said, everybody had great topics. And as far as like, the question that you had, Melody, as far as like, should men hold other men accountable? Because I ain't really even get a chance to answer that. Because Hustler and Muscular kept jumping in every time I tried to speak. I'm like, dang, bro, I'm gonna have to chew him out in the Discord when I get off of here. Like, I ain't playing. But in all seriousness, though, like, yeah, like, I seriously do believe that men should definitely hold other men accountable, because it takes two to tango. Like, a chick don't get pregnant by herself unless, like, of course, like Classy said, if somebody take the rubber and do that. But as far as like the act goes, she can't do that alone. And plus, you responsible for the life that you bring into this world. So, yeah, definitely a man should hold another man accountable. But at the same time, like, as men, we always look at it as like we got to give each other grace, because we all know what we're going through. Women don't understand what us men go through, just like us men don't understand what women go through. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so definitely on this spectrum, men should definitely hold men accountable no matter what. Like, in order to be better, because like, who really wants somebody that's gonna tell you, oh, well, you doing it right, homie, you doing good? Like, it's all about growth at the end of the day. Like, you gotta grow before you go 6 feet under. So,
Agreed. Ooh, good point.
As usual, and Muscular came back up. What are your
yeah,
final
I seen him zooming up here.
What are your final thoughts?
Oh, we're doing final thoughts already. Well, by the way, sorry I couldn't cam up, but I did have a topic of my own I want to talk about if we have time.
How long is it?
Do it as your final thought.
Yeah, do it as your final thought, man.
Okay. Well, you remember Friday I did a show talking about the backlash passport bros get. I got Killer's point of view. I got Classy's point of view. I wanted to get somebody else's perspective. So, Melanie, what are your thoughts on the backlash and hate that passport bros get because they want to go overseas? Do you think that they're weak-minded men that can't handle independent Western women, or are they just men that are just fed up with the Western ideology and want to go elsewhere? What are your thoughts on that?
Men who deserve better and who are fed up with modern women, and they want to go and find love and find a submissive woman who's going to do everything he desires. That's my thought on that. Quick and easy answer.
Okay, I guess Game Changer. I don't know where he went to, but
He's here.
He said he had to step away, though. I think he said he had to look at something. But I mean, if he's here, he can answer it too.
You here, GC?
Yeah, because I could have sworn he said he was going to head out, though. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think all of us are kind of tired. I had a long day. How about you?
Man, shoot. I've been up since this morning because a certain somebody was calling me.
Sorry.
Damn it, Melanie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired too. I was up since like 5 a.m. So.
Yeah,
I don't
me
see
too.
how you do it. I don't see how you do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been up since 5 too. I've been watching the rain outdoors. So
yeah, I kind of understand why Classic do, but I don't see how you do it, Melody.
I just do it.
Yeah, early bird.
Yeah, well, you talking to a night owl right here, so.
Oh my God. I thought this was an awesome show. I'll give my final thoughts. This show was amazing. I had a good time talking to you guys as usual. Everybody gave a great point of view. Even though some people showed up late, we still had some great topics. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you to the audience for showing us love and support. We appreciate it. I have a Cash App from Josh Watson. Salute to you. Thank you so much for that Cash App.
Hold on. There we go.
Thank you. My first and only Cash App of the night. We appreciate it.
Well, I also got a cash app from the homie Josh, so salute to him for that as well. Always showing support to the team. And I didn't get a chance to say it earlier, but my boy was in the chat, but he too also gave me a $50 cash app for tonight's show. So salute to my homie Granville. Demon
Salute
Tribe
to
in the
you.
building for that $50. Hold on. Let me get that right. There we go. All right. Yeah.
Demontron. What
Already
is it called? Demontron?
Demon Tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Demontron.
Yeah, man.
Salute
That's
to you.
that's the click right there.
Yes. Salute to the click.
Yeah, man. So salute to everybody that showed up for tonight's show. Salute to everybody in the chat, and salute to the mods, man, for actually dropping the links tonight, man. Like they was on the job tonight.
Oh, I got one more thing to show. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, man. But yeah, they was on the job tonight, man. Every single one of those mods did their thing. They dropped Ed T's, they dropped Game Changers, they dropped Huscular and Muscular. Of course, they dropped ours. So like I said, Brienne's too. So yeah, like they did the thing. What's that?
They did
look, you got
thing.
He got the doctor shirt.
Oh, love it. Love that shirt. Yes.
With the stethoscope attached.
Yeah, the stethoscope. Prevention is better than the cure.
I love it.
Hey, that's facts, though, man.
I might put this on my page and start selling them if I ever come up with a channel one day.
Hey, man, that'll work. I know for a fact I'm still planning on coming out with them Cuck for Cash shirts, man. I still got that for you, class.
Ooh, I definitely got to get one of those.
Like when I get that, I'm gonna make sure I send you that one, man.
Please do, because I am a Cuck for Cash.
Hashtag Cuck for Cash in the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Call me Adam23.
Oh man. Well, go ahead, baby girl. I know you ready to close us out, man. So go ahead and take us home.
Yes, thank you everybody for coming. It was a great show as usual. Grown and Sexy Conversations. We all appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for dropping the links. And just thank you for being there for us. Oh, here comes GC. He's in the back. Let me see.
No, I put him back there.
Oh, you put him back there. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you brought him back. Okay.
But thank you so much, everybody, and we will see you on the next one.
Yeah, and
okay, let me say this.
Peace.
Well,
yes.
Great. I mean, I'm sorry, cut y'all off. Great show as always. Too bad I couldn't cam up, but next time I'll definitely try to cam up. I'm in the spot right now, so I can't really show much, but I'll definitely try to cam up for the next Grown and Sexy Conversation. All right. But this was a good show. Interesting topics, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Keep doing your thing, killing them sweet, bringing the heat. You're looking all fly in those YouTube streets.
Oh my God! Man. See, now you done got a brother started, man. Hold on a minute.
Killing them sweet, bringing the heat, looking so fly in the YouTube streets.
Oh my God! Thank you so much for that.
I had to close it out with that one, man. So, I mean, let's. You know how we do it, Melody. The both of us got to close the show out together before we roll up out of here, man.
All right.
So let me see. So everybody, just to let y'all know, the next Grown and Sexy Conversation is not going to happen the week after next because me and Melody both have some things going on in our lives to where we probably won't be able to do it. And plus, the holiday is getting ready to come up with Labor Day and stuff. So guaranteed that weekend after that holiday, Grown and Sexy Conversations will be back. But this next weekend that's coming up, Killing Them Sweetly is coming on. So you ain't going to be without us for too long. But just know that Grown and Sexy Conversation, we pushing that back because, like I said, me and Melody both got obligations to different things. So we ain't going to be able to do it like how we normally do it. So the next Grown and Sexy Conversations will probably be sometime in September. But just know we going to be coming at y'all. On that note, myself, Killer Swag 216, aka Killer Swag District, and my home girl, Sweet Melody Media, We out this mug, man. So deuces.
Deuces.
Leak about to take off.